Just a moment of your time to speak about our Lord and Savior. Techno Christ.
Oh yeah, we're vocally live as well. Excellent. Welcome back to the URL. All technical issue number 1, yeah, of tonight. Only 2 more to go, and then we're in it, done it for the day. That was because you couldn't see this screen, and I feel this screen might be a little bit important.
Motherfucking techno.
So yeah, this is Armando remixing Plushworth Smith. BA Plushworth Smith. The dude has just been trolling us for like the past 2 weeks. Basically what he wanted to do was take the URL and take it over to America and you know, punt it over there. Which I'm all for you doing. If the standard of your work is high enough. By the way, welcome Lindsay Mumford into the building this evening.
Hello. Hello, I'm here.
It's not like I'm you know, raging about this fucking Plushworth
not much
nutter or not. Let me just show you why we're taking the piss. Oh, come on, YouTube, don't.
It hates you.
All of everything hates me today. Some dude says my kicks are shit as well. Oh, it's not going to happen for us.
No, it's not.
Oh, that's a real shame. Well, anyway, this dude did 4 hours streaming, and all it was clickety-clack buttons. It was cocking hilarious.
Oh, God, yes, I did sort of hear about
yeah,
it. Yeah.
And listen.
No audio.
No audio whatsoever at all.
Clickety-clackety-click.
Let's just see if we can get it to play. There we go. Right, this is how it's on YouTube right now. Like I say, if this guy had come to me and he said, right, I want to move forward with this, Mark, and I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, and I'll be like, okay, let me see what your show is going to be about, and maybe we can franchise it. It's not a problem.
Go to my YouTube or my Twitch.
But yes.
Do a live jam.
Don't be a dick.
Can I call this technical issue number 2?
Yeah, and then we can get that one out of the way.
Tradition.
Inky the Cat says, I can't believe it's still up. Yeah, I can't believe he's not taking it down as well. Anyway, everybody, beings of light that call yourself part of the Clown Army, welcome to Shoutout Part 9. I'm going to call this one Part 9 because if I don't, we're going to be in for a 5-hour show. So I'm going to split this one over next week as well. And the intro track was Armando remixing that dude. But go and check it out. It's fucking hilarious. It really, really is. And for like every day since then, he's streamed as well. Like he got his asshole out on camera the other night, and it was just like, what are you? I mean, I know I do it, but like, mine comes with
something original for God's sake.
Yeah, mine comes with joviality and encompassing everybody. This dude's just shouting his mouth off, and it's just painful. Anyway, shall we not talk about that dude any chuffing more?
I think so.
I think we should not give that guy any more fucking energy whatsoever.
We're moving on.
With that,
We're moving on.
107%, and we are going to move on with some K Vander Hayden that should have been played last week. It's a very short track. Nice kicks.
Somewhat distorted.
Somewhat. Samfet did one as well, which you can catch in part 2 of our acoustic jamming. Don't worry, I will be playing part 1 of our acoustic jamming fairly shortly. Like, that distortion that we're hearing in the studio as well, so that's meant to be there.
Yeah.
And I'm not too sure we need to mark this one.
Well, you do have a rule that anything under 2 minutes is marked. As in, you know, we don't dismiss it, we just don't give it a mark. This is the track.
That's, yep, that's an intro.
And half the time I don't mark things anyway. It's got humour.
Yes, which K does it with spade.
Well, let's face it, we don't take things seriously. Clown Crew never takes anything seriously.
So that's K. Okay. That's K kicking us off. These are some tracks that we got left over from last week because, let's face it, I couldn't do any more than 3.5 hours. It was killing me. Let's give K an 8 for jovial, and I think it's a thumbs up over here.
Oh God, yeah, maybe smile.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah.
It's the sort of thing you play at the end of your set. Do you know what I mean? When everybody's absolutely knackered, but you just want to do something that makes everyone go,
Now,
you know?
get out.
Go home. I like that stab sound. Takes me back.
Right, we are officially into the show, ladies and gents. Just give Sticks a little Smash that like button, people. It's how YouTube algorithms pick things up. So smash it hard. I want to tighten the bigger kick.
Yes. It's got quite old school sound. The kicks weren't brutal back in the old days.
They didn't have a Sherman. You know?
They hadn't found a sweet spot yet.
Few and far between on that bugger, I can tell you.
Nice squelchy buttons. 303 line. Again, very traditional sounding.
Yeah, it does sound like it's
It's not
Sticks, was this made in your new copy of Ableton, by the way? He's got the predictability down. He's got the predictability down.
Everything's there. It's just quite gentle compared to some of the stuff that we have to do. I say that with affection. And again, it was
Absolutely, absolutely. Facebook hates YouTube. I think David Johnson said this of a track last week. There's no surprises.
and that's great sometimes.
Yeah.
information to keep me interested.
Yeah, there just wasn't any big surprises, punch in the guts.
No, that's it.
This is the audio. Competent track, Sticks.
Yeah,
competent
totally
track.
competent, danceable.
Yeah.
Nice, and just enough to keep us interested, but not exceptional.
Yes.
But then again, we're so used to being, what's the word?
Bombarded.
Overwhelmed. Bombarded by brutality.
Yeah, sometimes, and that's a nice warm-up track.
I wouldn't be walking away from the dance floor.
No,
I'd be dancing.
Yeah, it would be like 10, 11 o'clock though. Not like 2, 3 in the morning when you want it to touch harder.
Yeah, no, it'd be 10, 11 o'clock.
Yeah. I think you deserve somewhere near an 8 for that, Sticks. Very competent track. Everything was in the right place. Just no surprises. No.
All the sounds were very traditional.
Yeah. Dated
not...
is the wrong word.
Yeah, dated is the wrong word. Just traditional.
Traditional.
Yeah.
I think we'll go with traditional.
And I'd go slightly higher. I'd go into the sort of low 8s.
Yeah, it definitely does. I mean, because there was no surprises in there, nothing to grab you. It didn't warrant me popping it above an 8. Anyway, Droid Doratu coming up. 32-minute set. Brilliant.
Okay, so we're going to take a section out of this one then.
Let's go to the end, shall we? See, now that's massively loud there, but Sticks' track was quieter. Weird.
It's strange.
I'm going to say muddy. Right.
There's some nice sub sounds going on in there. Yeah, there's some nice sub sounds going on there. It's rumbling the floor. Again, I wouldn't be leaving the dance floor, but I'd like some high frequency noises in there.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a string sound going on, but it's a very muted string sound.
It literally sounds like it's all within the one frequency range.
And they're all quite low down.
Yeah.
High frequencies, you need quite a clean high frequency sound to cut through that mix.
Just wonder
if it would add something.
I wonder if this is the same the whole way through.
Yeah. Now, there you go.
It still sounds like it's got a filter over it. Like
but
it's
better with that little bit synth line going on that's quite high up and quite sort of tuneful.
Inky the Cat says, think there's been a problem with the recording. I kind of agree with you.
Sounds like a lot of the high frequencies are cut.
Yeah, just cut right off.
And pushed to the background.
Yeah.
And there's a sort of... What's happening? All the upper frequencies have been sort of like compressed into like a white noise sound that's humming over the top.
Yeah. Oh, Oscar.
And, everything's... It's nice. It's got a nice little pace to it. It's, but there's something missing.
Yeah. I reckon something's been squashed over in the frequencies.
Yeah, higher frequencies. Because all the bass sounds are there.
Yeah. 10 Mil says limiter overused? Possibly. Unhinged Phil says recorded down the bog. It literally sounds like it's in a fish tank.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
See, where'd you go from something that you think has problems to trying to market?
Oh, you don't.
Oh, thank God for that.
That's the whole point.
You've just absolved me. Thanks, Lindsay.
No, you don't. Because you can hear that everything's there, but all those top frequencies seems to have been compressed into a single band where they're actually just interfering with each other and becoming almost like a white noise sound. And you listen to the subs and the bass sounds, and they're actually quite clear.
Yeah. And it's a shame because we usually really like Oscar Leon's work here at the URL.
And you can hear there's a competent set underneath that.
Yeah.
But something's wrong with the upper frequencies.
Yeah, we believe that something has gone wrong in the recording process here, and for that reason, I don't think we should mark it.
No, we're just going to make the comment along the lines of, it sounds like a competent set, and there's some good sounds in there, but something's gone wrong with them.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody's saying is the compressor over the whole mix. The music is quiet. Setting sounds quiet. Yeah, muddy 707. Yeah.
And the thing is, you listen to the lower frequencies and they're cutting through quite nicely. They're not muddy at all.
Yeah.
They're not distorted, they're not muddy, but all those upper frequencies seem to have been compressed into a band where they're just hissing.
Oh, that's
and
a real shame.
there's almost like a little flange going on.
Yeah.
Where they're interfering with each other.
I was going to say a phase, yeah. But yeah, something going on there that's not right with the upload or the mix, I believe, and that's a real shame. Okay, so this should be beautiful. How long are we running? Oh, 4 minutes, yeah, absolutely fine. Steve here, friend, ladies and gentlemen. Plays for Dirty Funk a lot. Plays for Kleinfest a lot.
Yes.
We really like what he does.
In his loft.
Right, so weird start to the show.
Yep.
It's almost got a reggae feel to it.
It has, isn't it? It's got a strange little rhythm.
And there's the beautiful coming in.
Yep. It's got a lemon jelly album track feel to it.
A lot of people say this. I must have missed out on Lemon Jelly massively.
It's very. It's lemon jelly sort of middle class ambient.
I get it, okay.
You know, there's no dirt in lemon jelly. It's nice, very nice, and a bit weird at times.
Why do I get the feeling that there's some sort of guitar behind it? Green jelly. Green jelly, yeah.
Lemon jelly are ambient.
See,
Electronica.
I'm thinking of
God, it is very lemon jelly. And I really like lemon jelly, but I would put lemon jelly on before I go to sleep, and it would just chill me right out.
Stevie's stuff has gotten so much better, so much clearer, so much clarity. The lines are perfect.
No, this is gorgeous.
Yeah.
That's really competent, actually.
That's who I'm mistaking Lemon Jelly for, and it's not them. Professor Dictaby says, I want the track to take off. Not in the last 2 minutes of the track, I don't feel you're going to get that.
No, it's not going to. It's ambient electronica. It's something you put on your headphones and fall asleep to.
Yeah.
And then wake up dead because you've strangled yourself.
Dictaby says it lingers in the intro area. I agree with what you're saying, my man.
It's chill out music.
Done well, done
There's a
well.
place for chill out music.
Yeah.
Chill out tech.
Mr. Wiggly says this is lovely and calming.
Beautiful.
It is absolutely beautiful. Personal preference, you're not hitting a 9, but that's because you don't have a Sherman. Inky says, yeah, I could listen to this for hours after Club Styly. Absolutely,
Yes,
100%.
yes.
Brain Sniff says, is this Psytrance? No, that's deep electronica.
Yeah.
Deep electronica, and Stevie does it so well. Like I say, for a personal preference, you're not going to get a 9 because it's that ambient, but you should be getting a 9 for the way you put that together and the fact that it sounds beautiful.
You're getting a mid-9 from me because I do like that sort of music,
really?
and that was really competent.
Yeah. Like I say, Stevie's come on leaps and bounds since the URL has been going. And that was another classic example of that, you know. For me, the personal preference on the track is probably about a 7.5, but that's because it is so ambient. But like I say, I gave him 9 for competence on the track. So
Doesn't have a distorted 303 and a big kick.
if it did, it would be a totally different track and it'd be getting a 9.
Exactly.
I get the feeling we've got some...
So I don't even know why you bother scoring it.
I know,
right?
And apparently we've got a little bit more ambient from, and I can never pronounce this guy's name.
I'm not even going to try because I can't read it because I've lost my glasses.
Well, his real name's Philip, but his cloning Vic or something. Korgovnik. I guess that has to be pronounced in some sort of
Slavic type.
Yeah, Eastern style. Then knock you on a bit.
Goes very well with the video.
What's wrong with the sound, people? What's wrong with the sound? I've touched nothing.
Technical issue number 3?
Maybe.
Again, beautiful. I could listen to this for hours.
I hope we're going to get some techno.
No sulking.
I bloody well will, it's my show. It's my party and I'll cry if I want to. Says no sound issues here. People can be really picky about sound issues. When you realise that I'm looking at one line in for everything, you realise it becomes a little bit more difficult.
We do our best.
Yeah, we do try. And then what happens is people put in tracks that have got like a snare sound, which is massive, and it peaks my limiter, and I've got to pull everything back down, and then push it back up until the snare comes in and pull it back in, honestly.
Criticise this in any way, just like I can't criticise the previous track. This is beautiful.
Virgil is trying to tell us how to pronounce it by just saying, like writing it. That doesn't help. We need the phonetic spelling, my man.
Yes.
Chilling with 10 mil says 9 kick. Nice kick, but it doesn't have a Sherman attached or any distortion. What the fuck?
It's like a stuck record, isn't it? It will be for the next 2 weeks.
Yes, Brain Sniff agreed. It does sound very much like the Orb. And if you're going for ambient, for me, the Orb is where it's at. This sounds like it's got attitude. It's underground. Whereas Stevie's track was beautiful and in that beautiful area. This has got like a little edge to it.
This is slightly more urban.
Word I was looking for.
I'm being affected by the video.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, yeah, no, the previous track had almost like a magical forest feel to it. This has a magical flying through the city feel to it.
Yes.
Just slightly edgier.
Yanti says, Mark, if you're able to pronounce my name correctly, I will owe you one live stream in the URL hardware software jam next week. Is it Dylan's? Dylan's? We mostly call you Cockboy. No, we don't. Honestly, dude got drunk last night. I didn't even realise what he was writing. He was like, Tim, you're a thief. No, you mean Brendan.
It's a good job with such a good human forgiving lot in the URL. Well, in the clown crew.
It's funny because somebody else who's got a well-respected page on Facebook is like, yeah, we just booted that Plushworks, mate. You guys can handle it.
But you promised you wouldn't mention it again.
I did, didn't I? But I've got to in a bit because we've got to play the
Sorry, guys.
That's no problem. I'll turn your mic off, Linz.
Yeah.
Go. Ah, you like those.
I am switching my brick off so we don't get interrupted again.
Darren Cole wants a link for this. 2 minutes, my man. I will do it for you. I wanted it to kick off a little bit though. Absolutely.
The previous track kept me
More
interested all the way through.
Yeah.
I'm getting a little bit bored with this now.
Yeah, I agree.
And I hate to say it, but it's almost like all the interesting sounds were used up relatively quickly. And we're getting a repeat of those same sounds. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's what's the word? It's relaxing, but it isn't taking me on much of a journey.
I'm going to say the same I said for Stevie's track. Like, for production and stuff, you're almost hitting the 9. The sounds great. Like Lindsay said, you did introduce us today. Sounds quite early on, though. And just kind of variation on a theme with...
Yeah, they're rolling around.
Yeah.
I'm going to take my mic off and I'm going to go and make this phone call because it's my boss.
Yeah, no problem. You carry on. Not a problem. It's not a problem. So yeah, for the actual track itself, you should be up like 808 or something, like easily. Personal preference, like I liked it a little bit more than Stevie's track because it's got the underground urban feel to it, but it just kind of kept rolling and didn't change enough. Music to sleep dream to, says Kay there, and he's not wrong. Right, who is up next? We are definitely into the thread now. This is tracks from this week that have been posted. Morgan Juniper. Give us a 5-minute intro, Morgan. Hello. Morgan, yes. Oh, David Johnson, Underworld Res vibe. That is high fucking praise. At some point, Morgan, please. This has got fucking attitude in spade forms. Morgan is coming out. All good. See, why don't people text? Yeah, well, now you're stuck in the limbo of going, what the fucking hell did he want? Whereas if you got a text, you're like, oh, that's what you want. Yeah,
I could have carried on talking while reading. You know, texts are so civilised. They don't cause anxiety. Get phone calls. Oh God, what have they got? I got to engage with a human being.
I will literally watch you ring off. Wait 2 minutes. What do you want?
Is my mic on?
Yes.
Good. Fabulous.
Okay, so Morgan said earlier that he was hoping, or he was looking forward to you picking apart his track.
Right. This sounds, one, really good.
Yeah.
Secondly, it's got my favourite sort of genre tie-in the sense it sounds like the end credits music from a 1980s, early 90s science fiction film. You know,
Tyrell t-shirt on? There's a sci-fi fan in the house.
A particular type of sci-fi as well. 80s and 90s sci-fi. But it was good.
Yeah. For some stupid reason, I decided to watch Ghostbusters, the new one last night, but it didn't get any better. It did not get any better. And then I watched Men in Black International today. Oh, what? Well, it was on in the background whilst I was fucking about. Awful.
Just watch Starship Troopers again. And it'll cheer you up no end. Because it's such a good film.
Yeah, it will.
Full of everything, full of action, full of adventure, full of political commentary. Sorry, I'm chatting over your track, but
halfway through now, though.
Yeah, but so would the credits be.
David Johnson says, I'm remixing this. Oh, there it is.
There, I see it, and now it's suddenly gone up a pitch. It's like, oh yeah.
What did I just say? We're halfway through. We did some sort of, and he does it.
And he's lifted it. Yeah. It started out dark and edgy, and now it's got that.
It's almost psytrance as well. Those noises of squirty in the background.
Again, it's one of those tracks. If you play this in the middle of a psytrance set, no one would really notice.
Yeah, no one
this is it. They just think to themselves, oh, it's like a dark psytrance track, not realising actually psytrance and techno are basically the same thing. Oh my god, I'm going to get so much abuse now, aren't I?
They are.
It is the same thing. They're both 4 to the floor, decent dance music, just they use a slightly different suite of sounds.
Yeah, exactly. Palette. Different palettes.
And to be perfectly honest, there's so much crossover between the two. There's some psytrance tracks that sound really techno, and there's techno tracks that sound really psytrance.
I do agree.
But at the end of the day, we love to put things into categories. This is building, getting better and better and better. When I say better and better and better, I don't mean it was crap at the start and now it's alright. What I mean to say is it's actually making me more excited.
Yeah, I agree. 1, 2. I reckon I need to hit you right there.
What is it? It's about 130 BPM, 135.
One says 140.
Right, okay. Slightly faster than I thought.
See, some tracks have that ability to like be 130 and sound 140, or be 140 and sound 130. Yeah.
So it's slightly slower than my sweet spot. I'd still be dancing to it. But the thing is, I'd be dancing to it, but I'd also like to hear it at the end of the song, which I've got to do.
We're all right here, Morgan. We're all right.
I like it a lot.
Morgan, I think everybody everywhere is going to be massively complimentary about this track.
Can I make one very, very
Do
tiny
it.
criticism?
Oh, go.
The gated snare sound, that shh stopped. It would have been nice to have the gated the gate
whole thing.
removed,
Oh, okay.
so it actually went shh and just went on a little bit further, just for a little bit of variation in the snare sound. And that's the only criticism I could give to it. Your snare sound shit. Yeah.
This is an infinitesimal tiny little bit.
Tiny
Just
little
pull out
bit.
that snare a little bit, and the track will be amazing.
Yeah.
No, Morgan.
No, it's still a high nines.
Yeah,
It's
oh
still a
yeah,
high
oh yeah.
nines.
At the moment, I mean, I know we've only done 5 or 6 tracks, but that was definitely track of the night so far. I'm pretty sure there will be other tracks of the night. Morgan, high nines. You had everything within that track. You didn't have too many melodies. You had all the melodies in the right place. You moved it. It was 6 minutes long, and I didn't want it to end.
No, and it's the first 3 minutes were sort of edgy and urban, and then the kick really started, and it became suddenly a dance track with loads of movement and power. So that was really good.
Top work, my friend. Top work. Glad that you're putting in regularly as well at the moment. There was a time when you would literally watch the show week after week after week, and we'd hear nothing from you. So I'm glad that you found your feet within the URL and are putting stuff in. Next up, you have Grid Mode, ladies and germs. And this guy is usually very special. I can't imagine this will be no exception to the rule. Did I put in those stairs? Or did I drink it?
What's that? Your coffee?
Juice. No, I had a juice.
Oh, a juice.
Ah, yes,
Juice.
Cutting down 1 a day. I know, right? 1 a day. 1 a day. I know. My sugar intake is just falling to the floor. Right, that is quiet, people. I do apologise. Remember, I've got 1 fucking fader for everything. And I desperately need to get OBS on the faders, although it looks like we might be swapping over to StreamYard, which is what Mr. Wiggly is using for his interviews. I don't know if you caught mine last week and the one this week. Oh no, the week before and this week as well. Very, very good stuff. Please support Dominic Hawkins in this endeavour of his, Mr. Wiggly. Every Sunday at 7 o'clock. The questions from his daughter are epic. At the moment, we're all tied for first place. There's only been 2 Makes everybody feel really, really welcome. Dean, sounds awesome. This makes me want to create. And I'm pretty sure that all those top boxes on the top, those CRA, MX1 and the 707 are all new boxes to this guy. So it's testament to his power of what he knows how to do things, that he's already chucking out tunes on this, you know. Dean's been doing this regularly on a Sunday for a while. I've missed most of them. I caught his electric one the other week though, that was good.
I love it when I think to myself, well, what this really needs is and just as I think it,
Here it comes
in.
Yeah. That's testament to a good producer. That's testament to a good producer who's probably been a dancer for a little while, and you get just feel where you want the track to go, you know, and that's what makes you a good producer, a good live producer. Here we go. I mean, it was good before, but
yeah,
you know. I didn't realise you did it every Sunday and that you've been doing it for every Sunday for like a while now. I will get my finger out my bum and join you there, I promise. See how it's peaking now?
Yeah.
I've done nothing to it. Watch your levels, motherfuckers. Oh, look at it!
Yeah.
And now it's gone right down, back down again.
Yeah. It doesn't sound any different.
No, do you know what I mean?
It's so annoying.
Oh, apparently, Grid Mode is sampling Dean Daughters' audio for the final version of this. Oh, where'd it go? Where'd it go?
You faded it out.
Oh, man, do you know how much I hate a fade out? Honestly, I hate a fade out more than I hate B.A. Plushworth Smith. Oh, shit, did I say his name again?
You did!
Motherfucker. Like, no, right? I will say one thing about the whole B.A. Plushworth Smith thing, right? One last thing. It's sad as fuck to watch. It really is. Like, we're all taking a piss and, you know, we're having a fun time around it. But don't forget, that guy's got emotions and feelings. And, you know, I know we might be a bit of a cock job, but, like, let's not push him to the point where he might do something, like, stupid.
Or just stop producing music.
Yeah, like, we don't want him to do that. We don't, you know, we want him to continue what he's doing, but we want him to stop being less of a cock job. I'm going to give you an 808 on that.
Yeah, I would agree. It's wasn't quite exciting enough to push me to a 9, but again, and it was that thing where I was thinking, what he really needs now is somebody to fill out the lower frequencies. We need like a drone synth, and just as I thought that, this drone synth came in. It was perfect. Yeah. And then he took it out, brought in a much more what's the word, travelling sort of rolling beat, and then brought it back in again, so it filled the whole thing out. And it's like, oh yeah, I like that.
My favourite part in that track was when it kicked up a gear.
Yeah.
Like just after the drop, and it was like, oh yeah, now we're into a track. I think I've marked it. Grid Mode, I'd really like to see the final version of that track, and I get the feeling you might be polishing in Ableton. Okay, so this is Philip again.
I can't remember.
Phil. Anyway, this is Phil and his brother. So technically he's got 2 tracks in, but this is with his brother.
Quite a squelch on that kick. Or more to the point, the bass and the kick combined make quite a squelchy sound.
Yeah. Again, this one sounds traditional. That's the word we're using instead of dated, right?
The thing is, though, you look at the past and some of the music was so good.
Yeah.
And to say that it's dated can be a compliment,
yes.
but it's not seen as a compliment. So we use the word traditional instead.
Yeah. Again, this is my whole ethos on things. You can think it's shit. Just give me a reason why you think it's shit. Yeah.
Or you think it's great, tell us that.
Apparently, Phil says this is done with no MIDI. And my question to that is, why? Why would you make your I'd be fucking in trouble.
I've tried it. It's really, really hard.
It really, and each box has got its own version of what 130 BPM is, so you're all
So
flying.
you're tweaking all the time.
Yeah.
No, I've done it.
You wait till you see my hack for sorting out tracking to Ableton. Honestly, it's fucking ridiculous. Security gate says, if you're not using MIDI, what are you using? Grace of God. Literally. Seat of your pants. I've done it. I did a little jam in a park one time and forgot my MIDI cables. Not too much of a problem because I've only got 3 pieces of kit. But like, to do this with no timing backup.
This gives me the same feel as the previous track. It's
Okay.
in the same sort of emotional space, if you see what I mean. As in, it's bouncy, it's quite driving, but it's not really high energy.
Oh yeah, grid mode. It took me a while. My memory's so shit. Electronic sound that says no MIDI is ludicrous. That is an understatement, Dean. No MIDI is just honestly crazy bastards. Crazy bastards. Mr. Weekly says CV Gate Roland Sync. I don't even think that was going on there. It might be. He's in the chat. See? Timing out. Something went on there and you brought it back in, but the timing went out. Yeah, Yeti splitting hairs here. I use USB and aux to be fair. Yes, but like that sends MIDI as well, so stop bloody splitting hairs, you fanny. I believe this was made a while back as well.
Yeah, it's not quite as clear as the previous track, but it's got that same
Yeah, a few years back.
afternoon techno feel.
Yeah. Yeah, great way of putting it. Afternoon techno. I think it's going to get a traditional 707 from me.
Okay.
Although I think we should pop it up to an 8 at least because you're not doing MIDI.
It's better than that.
Yeah.
That was quite jarring. As much as I like a stab, that felt like a stab.
Yeah. In the air hole. Many thanks for your feedback, says Philip. Not a problem, my man. We like it. It's a bit traditional and it's fucking crazy to do it without MIDI. There's no need to do that. You're making your life harder than it needs to be for no reason.
And both the stab sound and that hiss sound were both a little bit high in the mix, a bit shocking.
I'm guessing that was done in one take,
surprised.
live jam kind
Yeah.
of thing. So like lump it.
Difficult to control.
Yeah, lump it at that point. You know.
Once it happens, it's happened.
Yeah, it's part of the track. Try and recreate it in 4 bars time.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're 8 tracks deep and we're an hour
So an
in.
observation rather than a criticism.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
But even so, you know, afternoon techno, I'd be there. I wouldn't be leaping about to it, but I'd be jigging away.
Pretty sure we're in for another track of the night. Phil says, yeah, exactly, live jam. So again, it's hard to keep reins on bits and pieces there. Especially if you've got a Sherman filter bank. Right? All fucking praise to Charlie on this. That track just went from nothing to the whole kick and everything. Frequencies never changed.
Right.
You know, it stayed where it needed to be. You know, Charlie has. Oh mate, he's such a good producer. It's not even real. See the frequency.
Quattro.
Oh right. You're geeking out of the cars. I'm watching the line level.
Is it Lombard RAC? It must be, because it's Audi Quattro. such a drive bell.
Lindsay is church of anything mechanical. Yeah, that's it. Aggression up the bum hole.
Lovely. Goes with video as well.
Brilliant. Oh, you can do it. Just gonna do it on the 8. Yep. I would have done it on every 4.
You see, I know you would because for you, more
It's better.
is more.
Yeah. I'd have probably stuck a chaos paddery thing on that as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Then you do that weird thing where it sort of goes on the offbeat and it's like, yeah. I don't even know how to describe it, but it's really annoying
Making a mess.
sometimes.
Yeah, I know, I love it. Charlie, 9, 10 so far for the energy that you've given.
It's a very energetic track, I have to say.
100%.
It would be quite aggressive on the dance floor. People would be going into each other. Which could be a good thing.
Yes.
Yeah, my boss is just
Is he texting or calling?
Texting.
Ah, excellent. Unhinged Phil says, easy 9, you are not wrong. And everybody's geeking out about fucking cars.
Yeah. This was the
Height.
to my mind, the height of rally.
Yeah. Now it comes down to tiny little percentages, whereas in these
This is
days
it.
it didn't.
No,
you know?
the cars were all different from each other.
Yeah.
And every year there was another technological revolution.
Yeah, yeah.
Last year's Stratos just beautiful.
Very accessible, this one, Charlie. At least it was not a headache or some sort of stressory kind of related thing. Unhinged Phil says he just wants to see him crash. You mean bastard! But admittedly, that's why I watch it too.
I used to watch it because of that, the flames from that, the exhaust and that lovely crackle on the open.
That's because you're an idiot. Let's get a 909, Charlie. You're a little bit in the hardcore pop for me.
That synth line is definitely in the hardcore, but I used to listen to that, so...
Oh god, no. God, Jesus, I know somebody's got fucking stacks and stacks. Should I put Bunker CD on? Fucking no. Let's do it on the 8. Yep. Oh no. Oh no, still back in. Weird. Yeah, no signal there as well. Yeah, right. As soon as you tried to sell it. Sell it? Dump. Yeah, dumped it. Weird.
It's back again. Oh, so spooky. This is getting more frantic as time goes on.
Sounds like he's got some Star Wars in there. There you go. Star Wars. Yeah. This is what Charlie does so well. This is what I miss from my tunes. Yeah. Golf
Look,
clap for Charlie.
I know that we're suckers for aggressive high energy music, but that was rather good.
Yep.
Aggressive high energy music.
Yep.
And it had the Lombard RAC rally and rally cars and lots of flames coming out of the exhaust and things
Yeah.
like that. So, it's good.
Which will probably get you more views on the video. So good,
Yeah.
good work on that one, Charlie.
Good work.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a 909 on that. Yeah, very, very accessible. Pounded away nicely. You got that hardcore going on, which is a bit annoying, but it worked really, really well.
It does. It work, and you may find it annoying. I find it absolutely sort of enthralling.
Yeah.
So,
I want to be on the dance floor.
Yeah.
So yeah, Charlie, great track, my man. We don't even need to mark yours. You just get gold star and push through to every fucking, Right. Up next, Amy's ex-boyfriend. I'm sure he absolutely loves me introducing him as that. If Amy was here, she'd tell you the story of the script, which I'm sure you all know.
yeah.
10 mil gave it a 10, Morgan Juniper gave it a 9.5.
Yeah, it's 9.5.
And apparently, there was a Pantera sample in there.
Was that the vocals?
I think so, yeah.
Like, so commercially accessible.
And so completely different to what Charlie did.
Completely different.
And this is what I like about you. We just got mugged with music.
Yeah.
We literally, and now we're filling that
now
cup.
we're being cleansed.
Yes, that's the one, that's the one.
Cleansed from filth. From a personal point of view, I prefer his liquid drum and bass.
Yeah, me too.
But I cannot fault this. From a technical point of view and from a commercial point of view, it's superb.
It's going to go fucking bang.
White stilettos, lovely brass.
Not my scene.
No, not your
Not
scene.
my scene.
It's not my scene either.
It's not my
But
scene.
it is an awful lot of people's scene.
Yes.
And you hear this played at Ibiza.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm so far from that. I do quite wrong. Like, I bought these trousers maybe 3 months ago. I think I've washed them twice. That's how far away I am from the Ibiza lifestyle.
Yes, I understand completely because I wear nothing but Compacts t-shirts and hoodies all the time.
All the time. If I could be in shorts all year round, I'd jam I would. Lucy H is loving it, gives an 8.9. Nikki the Cat says, wow, yeah, for production, like you've nailed this.
Totally. And in terms of everything, production, structure, choice of sounds, and commercial accessibility.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everything is perfect.
We just prefer your liquid drum and bass.
Yeah. It's just got that little bit more of a naughty edge to it.
Something we can grab onto, Because like I say, if we're wearing
Because this is house.
3-month-old trousers that have been washed twice, we're really not going to listen to this, There's no grime, there's no dirt.
But no criticism.
No, absolutely. And
my foot is tapping. So,
like, as soon as...
This should be in the charts.
Yeah, it could be in the charts as well,
It could be in the charts quite easily.
I do, when this track came up, I'm like, it's not his drum and bass stuff. Usually his housey kind of stuff is a little bit cluttered. But this is nice, This is stripped right back. It's only got what it needs. Yeah.
I really can't fault it. It sounds as good as anything I've heard.
Radio 1.
Yes.
In fact, better than anything I've heard on Radio 1. Not even on beat. Oh my god.
It's less commercial than Radio 1 because it's more beat type hi-fi, which is, let's face it, the majority of people think is because they don't know about the subterranean underground wherein we dwell.
I love me that side trance. God.
Side trance.
Rainsniff says this would make a good happy hardcore remix.
Yes!
Nothing! No!
Yes, do a happy hardcore remix and I'd like
Yeah,
it
do
even
it,
more.
mate. You do it justice as well. Nothing deserves a happy hardcore remix. Nothing!
Excuse me.
Phil says the drop's a bit weak. I kind of agree.
It's perfect for this sort of music.
Yeah. It doesn't need to be massive. No.
And those swelling strings, it's you know, again, if you've got commercial house music, you know, your sort of indie type club music, as a genre, this is smack down the middle.
Yeah. Yeah, you've done really, really well. Production, you're like 9.5, personal preference. Like, you know, I don't
even bother.
Yeah.
It's pointless.
Yeah.
Everybody knows your personal preference.
Yeah, marking it would just be unfair, but let's just say you've done really well here. Smooth, crisp. Somebody said the vocals might be a little bit high in the mix. Yeah, I agree, but that's only because this kind of stuff breaks my tits.
And I have to say, the sun was just coming up on that.
Oh, yeah.
I was completely off my tits.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, honestly, it's time and place.
I've been walking around.
Hello, everybody!
Yeah, that's it. So it's euphoric. There we go. There's the word.
Jason Marsh says bar music, as in I'm going to the bar. Inky the Cat says good, but too commercial for me. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Unhinged Filth gave it a 7 rainbows. So
yes,
you know,
it is.
A man who does some crazy, nasty, hardcore breaky type stuff
can understand how well crafted that
was. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Iaptus, you've done really, really well there, mate. For a non-liquid drum and bass track that you've put into the URL, that's probably been my favourite of yours so far.
Yeah.
Even though it grated on my tits. And you haven't got a Sherman filter bank. Sort it out! Where are we? This is Mark Fox. This guy would appreciate some follows on his YouTube page. So I'm literally just going to play the first thing that comes out. And I think we might have heard this one before.
Yeah.
Watch the bars go up and smile. Never need to leave your home.
Again, you never know what you're going to get on the URL. You never know what you're going to get on the URL. Let me just link you to this guy. Definitely thinking about giving this dude a set at Clownfest.
Do you know what this sounds like?
Go on. Bloody air
Post Floyd. This sounds like Final Cut. Okay. You wouldn't understand that at all.
No. Yeah. Who? What?
Yeah. Final Cut. Pink Floyd. It's got post the wall feel to it.
Is there anyone here? I can hear the trembling of
Just like it.
Yeah. I know, right? And I've turned it down and it's too quiet.
show you my
Everybody take lessons off of Charlie with your frequencies, man. Like that track went from nothing to bonkers to quiet again, and it barely fucking changed shape.
It even sounds like Mark just singing.
hold on,
I think that's Mark himself singing.
hold on, disease. With a
I hate not having a
singularity.
waveform to see as well. Somebody said that of the last track that, you know, it's chart ready and could possibly make money. Nobody is making money off of music at the moment.
You've got to do it because you love it.
Yeah, the only reason you're gonna ever get anywhere in the music industry is doing live shows. That is the only way you're ever gonna get anywhere. Where are you gonna put it though? Is it even gonna make a pound? Bandcamp.
Yeah.
And Bandcamp.
Album on Bandcamp.
Yeah, literally. And Bandcamp's so underrated. Everybody uses Spotify because they've already bought their subscription to it, or SoundCloud, or iTunes, where you get 0.1 of a penny for every fucking street. It's an insult. It's literally, and how far up your ass does that penis need to be before you realise you're getting fucked? Stop putting your on any of these, you know. Again.
Show you my fears. Can you hear the trembling of my heart?
It's very subdued.
It is very subdued.
Hold on, disease.
is time.
Can feel the trembling of my heart. Show you my
Brainsniff says the show is fucking amazing. Love the diversity tonight. This has totally completed one of the best days of my year so far. Leaf, not a problem. I would like a bit more techno though. Can we not have a bit more techno?
disease.
Sully Skills agree with you. Very Floyd this one. Gonna have to abstain from marketing because I goddamn hate Floyd.
Look, saying I hate Pink Floyd, it's like somebody saying I hate food because they don't like pizza. Pink Floyd are massively variable. Listen to Live at Pompeii, okay?
you keep saying this to me every time. Listen to Pompeii. And don't
Listen to the drum solos in Live at Pompeii. It's just so intense. Listen to the incoherent screaming. Careful with that axe, Eugene. There's just this. It's the most insane track you could possibly imagine.
The only way this is going to happen is if we spend time at your place.
I know.
And you put it on. You know, here I'm going to be like, well, let's put some Megadeth on.
Right. That was a really good track. It was extremely derivative, however, because it sounded just like a track from The Final Cut by Pink Floyd. So hard to criticise because it was a good track. Very mellow.
Yeah, too mellow for me.
A little bit depressing.
Touch.
But finely crafted. And I appreciate anybody who sings.
Yes, so do I. Like I say, I'd like to give him a set at Clownfest. We're doing an unpluggedy type thing, and maybe he would fit in very well there. I think he would. For all those Floyd fans, you know, as Lindsay says, right up your street. For me, I'm afraid, literally, I'm stood here going, "Where's the techno?" Here, actually here. Check it out. Just here. We've got some techno for your asses.
See.
Can't say enough good things about Acid Ray. Acid Ray is one of the petrol bastards.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I've got Christmas. It's not quite Pink Floydian.
Do you know what you haven't said tonight?
I know. I'm waiting.
Oh! Alright, okay. Okay, so off the last track, Eric M. Keys said he really liked that.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
And Eric, I'm so shocked that you're involved in the show, because I've seen the stuff that you play to yourself, and it's always jazzy or funky or soulful, and we're just like 4/4 junkies here. Go have a 4/4, give it an acid line like this.
My tastes are a little more broad. That's it. I like both kinds of music, acid and techno. What acid
£673 on an original one from the 80s.
Yeah, which is, you know, very worthy.
Admirable.
It does the job. You know? I drive a shit car.
Does the job.
Does the job.
Does the job.
Does everything I needed to do.
I got a Sherman filter bag.
You know, I could drive a classic car.
Yeah.
And it's exactly the same as a classic 303. Yes, it'd be a lot more worth it, but it would cost me thousands. Yeah, whereas mine cost me 350 quid and it gets me around.
A to B in under 20 minutes.
Yeah.
There's just, honestly, there's literally just something about acid techno frequencies that just makes me like, okay, where's the rig? I'm going to the front.
It lifts my spirit.
Yeah, it really does. It's all about
Two types of
frequency.
music
Yeah.
that lift my spirits, and that's jump up, drum and bass, without the MC.
Rewind!
Yeah, and this classic acid techno. You know, nothing else quite hits that spot. There's plenty of other stuff that I will dance to and I will enjoy, but it's always not quite there.
Yeah.
Whereas this,
Just nails
I'll come out with a huge smile on my face, covered in sweat.
Yes, expect us. The TD3 does come with a distortion, but you should definitely tap up Matthias Soccer on one of his distortion units. Tribe, of course I can say hello to your girlfriend, Marcella. Hello, Marcella! I hope I'm saying that right. Hello from Bristol, England, from Lindsay Mumford and me myself. Hello! Okay.
Enjoying the show?
I hope so.
We are. And I think that shows sometimes.
One of the most important things.
Yeah. Can I make a confession, by the way?
Go.
Right. 8 years ago, I was introduced to acid techno.
Okay.
Prior to that, I was a drum and bass then, and I thought, and then about 3 months later, I couldn't get enough of it. It gets something about, as you say, the frequency, the structure, and that
Energy. 10 mil says another 10 from him. Phil gives it a 10 as well. Drivey says thank you, not a problem, fella. Send me another picture of your testicles, please. Silence is giving it 1,000. Stickness gives it 909. Jason Dogax says my heartbeat has risen listening to this. 9. Yeah, it's a 909 from me. I can't say enough good things about Petrol Bastard and Ray Acid.
You know that phrase about music healing you and such like? Yeah, it heals me.
Yeah, I totally agree. It sounds
makes me
happy.
feel young. It makes me feel healthy.
Yeah.
All of which
I am not.
I don't.
I can barely see these days. Honestly, like I go out without my glasses on now and I'm like, Jesus, I am blind.
But this is the problem. I've lost mine. It's
Oh, no.
absolute tragedy.
I did that for a day. And oh my god, I'm like, I'm never going to be able to see again.
I have to walk around.
Monocle. Tell me you got a monocle. You have a monocle! Yes! That's impressive, Linz.
It's the only way. If there's something with small print, it's like
Beautiful.
it fits in my purse.
Right, so I believe we've all said that this is possibly third track of the night, simply because of its beautiful creation, its wonderful structure, the lovely noises that it's got in it, and the way it's presented to us. This is a 909 from me.
It's a 9.9 from me. It would be a 10 if, in the middle of the drop, somebody just shouted something urban.
Random. Yeah, and I'm surprised that Petrol Bastard or Ray Acid hasn't kind of introduced an element of that, because he's in with Petrol Bastard. Honestly, their lyrics are crazy and batshit. You know, just him in the middle.
I just like
something.
it when, suddenly the track has a drop, a break, whatever you want to call it, and then suddenly somebody shouts something that's, relevant to the situation.
We fucking love techno!
Yeah, anything like
that.
that. You know the sort of thing I mean.
I do indeed.
Because, I don't know, then you remember that bit, and that sort of becomes the theme of the track, if you know what I mean. But again,
makes
I'm
you
a
wanna
sucker
search
for
it
things
out.
like that.
You know, it's like, well, where can I get this from? I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
It's going to make a dance floor dance.
And when you're describing it to somebody, you can say, yeah, it's the one where he goes blah, 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 blah in the middle. You
yeah,
know?
and everyone goes, oh, I know the one.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so this is Driving. So the guy I just gave a shout out to his girlfriend. This is his track. It has no video. So, look at that. I'll check some levels. Again, no waveform to be watching. Techno! Stephen, get off Facebook and get over to YouTube, man. I'm sure I can give you a... There are more people over on YouTube, and quality's a little better. Hello. I did not expect that.
I did.
Usually it's techno, like lovely techno as well.
I wasn't expecting that.
Thank you, Morgan. I'm trying to do it myself, but as you can see, you're quicker at it than I am. I did not expect this from you, mate.
This is one of those tracks where if you think I'm losing them, you got something like this because you don't know what they was.
or it sets, you know, people who want to be there from the people who don't.
Yeah. Is that what you want to do all the time?
Yeah, Stephen, this is definitely Holland Gabba. Yeah, I think he comes from Germany. Don't quote me on this. Virgil's loving the kicks, but does he have a Sherman? For the next month, you can just expect me to say that every week. Yep. I think Phil says right up my street, and yeah, it's not quite as eclectic and sporadic as your tracks. Looks like Morgan Juniper and David Johnson are collabing on that track that Morgan put in. Stemmed it up and giving it the stems over right now. Well, apparently Italy, Holland Gabba made in Italy.
It's not so much Gabba though. It's more techcore.
We're into subgenres I don't even know now.
Yeah, but it's got a lot of core elements.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's not fast enough to be pure core.
You're going to be well shocked. It's 185.
Really? You're kidding me.
Alright, 177.
Okay.
No, 180.
But it's high 170s.
Yeah.
That's because most of the time that would drive me away. But this is done well enough so that I would still be dancing.
Again, those tracks that don't sound fast and are, you know, this is a 180, I wouldn't have said this. It's got the bounce to it.
Yeah, it's got bounce to it.
G's giving it 9.5. Unhinged Phil says industrial hard tech. Yeah, I'd go with that.
If I have a criticism of it,
Okay.
you can stretch this out into about 3 tracks. There was enough variation in there that you could have actually had, you know what I mean? The first minute, there was quite a few changes. Then it went into the core sound, and even in the core sound, it had quite a bit of variation that could actually have been dragged into several tracks.
Okay.
So it was quite condensed. It was good, but it was almost what's the word? Doing yourself a disfavour, because you could actually drag that out into like at least 2 separate tracks.
See,
And that's not a criticism. That's actually just another observation.
See,
I
for me,
wouldn't
it was
have
the
got
other
bored
way
with it.
round.
I wouldn't have got bored with it if there was less change.
See, for me, it kind of felt like it was samey and wrong. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I'm surprised.
I might have to listen to that one again.
I think it deserves a second listen. Right.
So if I was to put a mark on it, I would definitely say it was rig techno. It was high 70s. Hello.
Nice.
This is Nazmaz? Yeah. Beautiful. It's just something about bass tones, isn't it?
Those particular sort of resonant bass tones are lush.
And he's got lovely call and response going on between the bass and the...
Yes. Yeah. Call and response, absolutely. And it's, again, you could dance at this really, you could sway to it, you could dance to it, but we're loving it.
Okay, the only way I think I can get the mics up anymore is turn the gain up. I can't do that. I've got to keep the music quite low then, guys. Testing, testing, 1 2 1 2, testing, testing. Yes, Lucy, selfies are definitely a thing. Take more selfies. Take all the selfies of you watching the URL. I will take a selfie of me and Lindsay watching the URL right now. And then I will put them up in the group later. Please feel free to do it. Either put them up in the group or send them to me privately. Put them up in the group might be easier. It's another one of those cleansing tracks, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's I would describe this as electro dub. Definite
well, he's
dub
calling
feel
it
to
dubstep. And I think it's aggressive enough to be dubstep.
Yeah, it's definitely got the dub in it.
We're agreed there.
But it's too nice. It's electro dub.
And Corpus says lots of work 10 cats.
I'm not an expert on dubstep.
Honestly,
I mean, there's really only a couple of dubstep tracks I like.
Dubstep came in and killed the techno scene as far as I'm concerned. Well, not even killed the techno scene.
Ketamine killed the techno scene.
There was a convergence between techno dying and dubstep coming up. And for me, those things just kind of meet in the middle, and I'm blaming dubstep for that. Yeah, unfairly. But I know this, so I'm good with it.
My opinion, and I'm sticking to it.
Chris says, true story. I know! I collated the figures. I decided that techno was killed off by dubstep.
That was your PhD thesis.
Literally. I did the research. I did. I was there.
If I was a stoner, and I'm not, I would be getting very stoned to track like this.
Why are we doing that? What is wrong? I can't hear us. Why can't you hear us?
I have no idea, because it's picking us up.
I know, right? And it's not low mic level, because I definitely sorted that out.
Turn your hearing aid up.
Do that. Let's try that. 1 2 1 2. Yeah, I've set the compressor up to pull it down again. I'm sure I'll get loads of complaints about that in about 3 minutes.
Good
You
use.
guys are never satisfied.
I know.
Honestly.
This track also got a really good use of the stereo field.
Oh, you're sat right in the...
Yeah,
in
and
the
I'm getting it. It's
Right,
lovely.
right.
I'm getting a really proper bounce.
Nazmaz, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that track should be given a 9.
That was very, very good.
Yeah, crafted nicely, orchestrated well.
Yeah.
Maybe we've got these in the wrong. 1 2 1 2. Let's just hold on a second. Bear with me. I'm not in the middle of a show trying to do something. I promise. Why are you going down? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. There we are. There we are.
Right, can that count as technical issue number 3?
Yeah, I hope so. Kaboom. Yeah, I think that should be given a 9. Not really my thing at all. But just done really, really well. Moved along nicely.
Yeah. It was right on the verge of me thinking I'm getting a little bit bored with it, and then it would just move on enough to keep my interest going.
Yeah.
And the only reason I could get bored with it is simply because it's not absolutely my choice of music.
Yeah.
Having said that, it's wonderful after party music.
Yeah, after party, chill out room.
Yeah.
That kind of thing, and it really do. Here we go. Bit techno. Can you hear me? I'm such a troll. I troll my own viewers.
Look at it, peeking.
Oh, I know, right? Oh, you're a bit quiet.
Okay. We're such suckers for techno.
We really, really are. This is somebody else who I'd like to get his catalogue of. I know he's only just started doing this, and he wants to set at Clownfest 6, and I am more than happy to give him one. This is Petrol Whores under his new name, Garbage Snare, which is brilliant. Congratulations! 1,000 messages through Restream! Woohoo!
If I'm right, he's actually using the red alert sound from Star Trek, the original series. Really? It's the background siren. It's not there now.
Oh, sorry. That's right.
Science fiction. It's really good. It's a really good siren.
Armando says, I wish I hadn't made a complaint about the sound, because now I can hear you too well.
This is another track of the night.
Yeah, Armando, do it. Come in, fly in, engineer our sound.
Yeah.
Alright, fine, I'll turn the ratio down a little bit. Let's try that. Can you hear me?
Your mum's gonna come upstairs and flip round the end.
Shut up!
Noisy bug. I actually like this one even more than I like the last one.
Really?
The techno track, yeah. Which, the last techno track I gave a 9.9 to. So what am I gonna have to do now?
You've got no room to wiggle.
Well, I have. I'll give this one a 10.
What happens when I turn the music down by 5 decibels is everybody says, oh, the music's quiet, so then I turn the music back up. And then they say, oh, you're quiet. And it's like, oh.
Listen harder.
Yeah.
That kick sound is gorgeous.
It almost sounds reversed.
It's just so dead and tight. It's just,
Yeah.
It's the kick sound I love. And the acid line, I die for it.
Fuzzy says it's hard to type with your hands in the air. You're fucking damn right.
It's got somebody shouting something incoherent in the background. It's a 10. There we go.
The thing about that incoherent shouting in the background is everybody on the dance floor is like, what's he saying?
Yeah.
What,
nobody
you've all
knows.
got a different version of what's going on, you know? Hands up, put your hands up. Oh yeah, blatantly, put your hands up. Put your hands up.
Oh, yes.
What I tend to do as a DJ is find an act I like and then buy all of their fucking records and only solely mix that. It looks like Garbage Snare and Ray Acid are going to be candidates for that. So good, right? Yeah, just so good.
Perfect.
Want it to go a little bit crazy now? some vocals added.
Don't care. At this point, the track's become an endurance test.
Yes.
Who's going to burst first?
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, 10, easy 10.
Yeah.
And it does what it just, every sort of 64 bars or so, it just put the resonance up a little bit. And this is where I'd be going, and then over and up again.
It's just building.
Yeah. Tension. And then right back.
Yeah, right back, and now you can feed it into the next track.
Yeah.
It's a 10.
Yeah.
It's perfection.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a perfect track, plus it's my favourite sort of music.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Inky says, airing on a 10. Airing on a 10 is a fucking 10. Darren Cole says, quality acid. Verdroid says, genius.
Yeah. And I know it's not clever, you know, in the sense that this
musically.
Yeah, musically.
Yeah, no.
It's
pounding is what it is.
It's just wonderful.
Yeah. It's not. Yeah, it's not original. It's not big. It's not clever. It's fucking beautiful, though. Yeah,
this is it. I just want to be somewhere where they play 8 hours of this non-stop.
Oh, that's. I might want a little variation. No. Yeah, track of the night again. Glad that I poked you to put that one in. And once again, in the URL style, we're going to go from raging hard to not quite so hard.
I get enough variation when I just think, I now know that I'm actually close to dying, so I need to go outside and have a cigarette and sit there and steam.
Yeah. Chat cod shit to somebody for 2 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. That I've never met before, who suddenly becomes my best mate.
And another thing.
All right.
Well, that's going to bang. I'm not going to turn it up yet. Ollie G says, very basic bass line, but still 8.8.
Yeah.
But that's predictability. And again, you're giving it a well high score. Yeah, it was a very predictable bass line, but that's what you fucking want.
I'm a simple soul.
Like, I tend to try not and do those kind of acid style, like proper acid, techno style acid, because so many other people do it.
Yes.
What would be the point?
And they do it really well.
Really well.
Yeah.
What would be the point in me trying to emulate that? I'll just fart around with my machines for a bit and see how it sounds, you know?
Yeah.
Yenty says, I hear you, Linz. I'm not too sure to what point, but he's your man.
You get it. Look at the smile. I'm still smiling now. I can't get it off my face.
It's just such a good track, and unfortunately going after that track for us is difficult. This is good.
Oh no, it's excellent. This is the sort of music that we played at the same after party that the dub one that wasn't quite step was earlier. And I do apologise, I can never remember people's names, so...
That was Iapetus, wasn't it? No, Nasty Mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Nazmaz. What's his name? IJ Harvey. It's anyway, this is my favourite track that this guy's put in from the past, like 3 or 4 of these. He's put in quite regularly recently. This one's got a little bit more of an underground urban-y edge to it, whereas the others have been like classic kind of house.
This has got a soundtrack to a manga movie feel to it.
I will say that I feel the percussion hits are just a touch high.
And I love that ray gun. Sorry, it sucks to sound like that. It sounds like liquid.
And there it is. Inky says, oh, what the fuck, Mark? Did you just say that? I'm not after that acid sound. I'm not after that classic sound.
No, you've got your own sound.
Yeah.
Which is, it's not
classically acid.
Mainstream
No.
classic acid techno.
No.
It's in the genre.
Yeah.
But it's off to one side.
Yeah. It's in an even smaller niche than fucking acid techno is. What a great way to do that, Clown, you know?
Yeah.
I might start making jump up. I got to share my felt bag.
Have you?
Have I not told you? Security gate is off, no problem, my man. Thank you very much for joining us.
But this is, mate, this is definitely sort of conjuring up that sort of, what's the word? Mile deep city underground manga type vision. Sort of lost in the machine feel to it.
Yes, yes. It's nice electro. And I really got to find his fucking name. It's Lehigh, I'm sure it is. Yeah, Lehigh, there we go. Damn, now I forgot what I was going to say.
And I apologise in advance for sort of the fact that pretty much every single reference I ever quote is science fiction.
Yeah. Hey, it's what you like, right? Unhinged Phil says, you mean that Josh Wigg saying? Ish, but he had really weak drums. And like, you go back and listen to Higher States of Consciousness now, and it's a one-trick pony. My only issue on this one is the percussion sounds a little high. It's a little sharp in the mix. You got clarity there. I just think it's a little high, and that zap might be a touch high as well. But then you're sat right between the speakers, so you're probably getting a better sound than I am. And then my bass is a little off, so I'm leaning back. 10mm. The music here is so we've got some country coming up. I think it's Guy Thackenham. He keeps putting in,
yeah.
And I applaud the man for doing it.
Absolutely.
And he said the same thing. I'm like, here's some country pop thing, and I'm like, yeah, mix it up.
Yeah.
He's like, I love the fact. I'll read it out. I totally agree with Lynn's here. I think that would sit really, really well in a manga film. I much prefer your edgier electro stuff to your housey stuff. That for me is rimming an 8.
Yeah, it's edgy, definitely.
Yeah.
And yeah, I would say 8-ish, yeah.
8-ish, yeah. Possibly not quite an 8, but almost there. Yeah. Bring those percussion down a little bit for me.
I don't know. Maybe I was sat in the right place.
Yeah.
If anything, there's that sort of the bass line. If anything, it was slightly too far in that direction. And
you just bring the bass up.
Yeah, bring the bass up rather than taking the percussion down.
Listen to Lynn's.
I think it felt like the bass had been panned quite heavily over to one side, not all the way, but quite heavily over to one side, and was a little bit lost in the distance, just slightly up.
Oh no, I forgot where we are.
But no, it sounded really good.
Did I put a mark? Oh yeah, we did.
And I like edgy stuff.
Yeah, I much prefer your electro stuff. Okay, so this is John Alchemy, I believe. On a nub ass. Oh no, sorry, new bass. A Vulcan new bass, not nub ass. TD3 and a Vulcan drum. So 2 dildos and a clone. Honestly, we should stop bashing Vulcans because we're about to be treated to a lesson in how well they can be played. I bash them all over the place, but people do make some banging stuff with them.
Yeah.
That is the drum, Vulcan drum, and that is the nub ass, and that is the TD. John Alchemy's just joined us.
Timing.
That's exactly what he said. How's it going, my jump hat?
solving that problem.
Chaos Pad.
Buy more Volkers.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's my problem with them, right? You like those two Volkers, they cost £140 each. So you're looking at 280 quid for that.
Yep.
Okay, what did I pay 280 quid for? Well, I paid 80 for that one. I got given that one. I swapped this for something that I can't remember now. I did actually pay 230 quid for this one. So I can get a micro freak, you know? And you've got twice the noise possibilities, but it is just a one synth thing, you know? This is my problem with Volkers. You get 6 deep and you're 700, 800 pounds.
Yeah.
Then you're looking at one of those.
Yeah.
You know?
I have a friend who swears by them.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, he buys more of them.
Yep.
Just every time he can afford a bit more, he buys another one.
Yep.
And it just expands the sound.
Yep. I've been there, but I've gotten to a point where it's like, well, I don't need to buy anything. So that £100 that I would have spent on a synth is now just getting saved. You know? Yeah, I know, right?
I cannot find another synthesizer to buy. Oh my god, I might have to spend it on food or rent or something like that.
Ludicrous, god damn it!
Sacrilege. Would you say that the sound palette of each Volker is quite limited?
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's exactly what they're designed for. They're designed to go together with other units to give you that variation on the sound. You know? My major gripe with them is the fact that they're only 4 beats long. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all you get.
Right, so the sequence is really, really short.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You know.
Yeah.
So you now need another sequencer to open the motherfuckers up.
Okay, yeah, no, that is a massive limitation.
No shit, right? So I can have 5 Volkers all hooked up to my EMX1 and have them all playing 128 bars. You know, that really opens them up then. And that's why I was just about to say you're about to get witnessed like somebody who has only got a 4-bar loop and is making it interesting.
Yeah.
However, you can tell that it's made with very few pieces of kit. It's just not.
Okay, so what you're saying is you could do a 5-minute track with a Volker, but to do a 20-minute set would be quite difficult without it becoming a bit
samey. Yeah.
Okay.
But then we listen to 303s and they're in every track, so
Exactly. So we're talking nonsense again.
Sticks and stones, right?
Yeah.
Sticks and stones, swings and roundabouts.
Something like that.
Yes, AB Buffer, I could definitely buy you a present instead. I had to watch my Hydrosynth dreams destroyed for a Mac and an MS-2000. They're a great gateway drug, the Volkers. Once you've got one, you want another one, and then once you've got 2 or 3, you realise they're a little bit limited, and then you want a big sequencer and a big synth, and they're a great gateway drug, they really, really are, and they made Korg thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds. Now Korg, pay that fucking money and make a better EMX. Is this your whole 5? No, 7 is. Says I feel your pain, Mark. I bought a puppy. That was daft.
Now I've just come back in and it sounds different. So there is variation.
Oh yeah. That's almost the 303 sound,
yeah.
Like almost, you know?
Almost, yeah.
And then the Vulcanus will shine through and it'll just go. And of Crawford, I'm not reading that comment, eh? Right, alright, go on then. I'd rather have a Vulcan than a Chaos Pack. I got a Sherman. Ah!
How many times? I'm gonna get Blackboard and I'm just gonna mark off every time you say that word.
Yeah, I did do it. Oh, he's got a TD3 there, that's why it sounds like a TD3.
It's pleasant early evening acid techno.
Yes. And that's exactly how you would describe a Volca. It's a pleasant synthesizer, you know? Still going to give you a solid 8.
Yeah.
Possibly should up it to about an 808 for the fact that it is only 3 boxes and it's all live. Rando agrees with me and gives it an 808.
Let me dancing.
What? Fuzzy says the same thing, foot jumping all the way through.
Yeah.
And again, another person who streams weekly and does this shit weekly is just insane. 3 hours a week.
Practice.
I don't think this man needs any practice. I really don't, you know. And to say that that Volca's got you into hardware, they're only like 7 years old. The first one,
Really?
Yeah, literally 7 years old, something like that. So that dude has not been, you know, into hardware that long, and is pumping out stuff like that.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Apparently, he's
nothing
not
wrong with that.
Well, he's not classically trained in any way. He's never touched a piano, and he's like, I'm all self-taught. It's like, man, you're not self-taught. The music was just wanted to come out of you at some point.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got about an hour before I'm going to cap it tonight, I think.
Okay.
Bit more techno?
Yeah. Did ask.
Leaf said, and I think this is being a bit mean, I threw my Volca beats away in disgust. Get a better kit in a soggy cereal box. Jim was in the other week and he said that 3-chord shuffle. Oh, they just switched up. Brain Sniff gave that last one a 10. John, no, don't take the piss. Apparently he got his first Volca a year ago.
Yeah, okay.
Literally, the music has been sat inside you going, buy hardware.
Yeah, buy hardware.
Buy hardware.
Make tunes.
Yeah. This is ABBA.
Needs your tunes.
Just got ABBA vibes all over it with me. For some reason.
It's got. I mean, there's a melody in there.
Yeah.
Which is unusual.
With an acid line. There's got to be a vocal over this. Has to be a vocal over this.
Again, this could be played in the same set as the previous one. It's early evening techno.
Yeah.
That wouldn't frighten anybody away. And warming up in the evening is nice. Which some people might take as an insult. It's not.
Yeah. Yeah. That's because a lot of people. That's nice.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's nice.
And it's unusual to have something with quite so much melody in it.
Yeah. With an acid line in it.
Yeah. It's got
What's those? I just mashed the keyboard and turned the arpeggiator on. I think I'm lying. Because it's got like a foot in some sort of underground acid techno-y type feel. It's got some sort of disco thing going on.
It is.
And some melody in the background.
Well, the melody and the disco go hand in hand.
Yeah. acid.
Scat acid, yeah.
Scat acid.
Brass sounds rather than string sounds. The word string earlier.
Rando, I can't even pronounce that. I have no idea who that is. Please don't make me read out words that are 2 syllables long.
Please don't make me read out words.
Vince has it.
It's almost got a little tiny bit of cheesiness going on in it. Yeah, it's quite appealing.
Yeah.
It works. It's got an original sound to it. I liked it.
Oh, it's over.
Yeah. But, we played it all the way through.
It's only a 3-minute long track. Oh, 4-minute long track.
Maybe I
Stop
say
it.
4 minutes and we listened to all of it.
And there's lots more here by the sound of it as well. I like the fusion.
Yeah, I do.
I like the
This is
fusion.
thing. It's really quite an interesting fusion. No, I'm impressed by that.
I'm going to give you a weird 8.
Yeah. A weird 8, not because it was weird, but because it was just an unusual fusion.
Yeah.
All the separate sounds I've heard before, but actually putting them all together in that particular way,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
I like
Ooh,
that.
I shouldn't use the word interesting, should I? But, it was. It was like,
nice.
oh.
That was Jimmy Stewart White. He's been very active on the pages recently. It's nice to hear something from you and put a face to, or an avatar to your music now. Okay, 10 mil. 7-minute track, just going to bump it on a little bit. Oh, I keep forgetting to do something, I don't know.
The musical part of the track was almost enough to give you a hook. I can still hear the chord sequence playing in my head.
Yeah.
And a hook is a good thing.
Yeah.
Because it makes you remember the track.
Mil, hailing from America somewhere, don't quote me on where.
Primitive weapons, moderately efficient. There is only one form of life that matters. Dalek life.
I think that sample's massively loud.
But it's a fun sample.
Primitive weapons, moderately efficient. There is only one form of life that matters. Dalek life.
Jimmy Stewart White says, massive thank you guys. Not a problem. We like that. We like that a lot. Please put some more stuff in.
Yeah. Could it be that you're actually developing style?
Yeah.
A unique style. That's was
Primitive weapons, moderately efficient.
Geezer's got who does he play? He's got some dubs. Oh, was this for the Doctor Who thing last week? Nope. Just Return of the Daleks.
Primitive weapons, moderately efficient.
Well, it's amusing then. Got quieter then.
Yeah, something happened there. It wasn't me.
No.
Primitive weapons, moderately efficient.
I am going to agree with Professor Dick in the Beat. He says if the song had more structure, it would be an 8.
Oh, you beat me to it. I was just about to say that there's loads and loads of interesting things, but they're almost happening not randomly, but
Not organised.
not quite organised enough to get the emphasis as strong as it could be.
Yeah. Agree with Linz. I agree with whoever said Professor Dick in the Beat.
So again, the track is not doing itself justice.
Yeah. And you're up at 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Like 5 minutes maybe.
Primitive weapons, moderately efficient.
Ollie G says, good noodle 10mm, a little mashed, partly?
Yeah, it does feel like a mashup.
Aw, Jimmy, you're being too kind, my friend. This show is like the missing John Peel, but better and more techno. Keep going. Honestly, it's as much your therapy as it is my therapy. If I didn't meet you all guys away, if I didn't see Lynn's, for the past year, every Tuesday, honestly,
It's been a nightmare.
we sit here before the show and we put the world to rights.
Yeah, and this is like therapy.
Yeah.
It really is. Lockdown was hell. I mean, what did we manage in the 12 months of sort of severe lockdown? We managed about, I've co-hosted about 3 shows, and usually it's at least 1 a month.
Yeah. Oh, at least. Where are we now? 4.5 minutes. I feel like you could have done this somewhere around here. Oh, yeah, they can see that. In a bit earlier, a little bit more structure, and you're over an 8, I think.
The Dalek sound would fit better into a breakdown than actually when the main beat is going.
The problem with the Daleks is they're not very musical, you know.
When it says the species that matters is Daleks, the word Daleks could have been just repeated.
Yeah.
In time with the actual sort of rave beats.
Break it up as well. Daleks.
Whereas the actual quote could have been put into a breakdown. It would have been a bit more impactful.
Yeah.
Everything's there, but you're not using it to the full extent that you could. And I'm not sure about that old school rave stab. It sounds slightly out of context.
We said this about your last track too, just a tiny touch more structure and you're there, mate.
Yeah.
Life that matters. Dalek life.
Yeah, Faddy, abso-fucking-lutely, my man. He's improvising. It's not a structured track as a track. He's finding stuff as he goes. Yeah, absolutely. But there comes a point where you've got to stop noodling and start making a track. That point for me was when I did the track for Dirty as Funk. I wanted it to go back into 4/4.
Yeah.
So yeah, totally agree with Faddy, or Fady, however the hell we say it. That it is a jam. It's not a track, and should be viewed as a jam. And I literally, like, the problem with a jam is if you're on a stage and you're playing a jam, the crowd are going to be confused because they want that predictability because they're on the dance floor, you know. So that's again, that's how I mark my stuff, is not predictability, but how well we can dance to it and how well it's going to be received on a dance floor. If that was shortened down a little bit, that break was put back in the middle and you return to the 4/4, you've got a track. But like Faddy said, it was a jam, and it was, you know, he was figuring out where it goes and how it sounds. What I would suggest now is hook Ableton up to it, track it, and make it a tiny touch shorter.
And also, I would say split it into 2 tracks.
Okay.
The first track with your plastic fall to the floor and the Daleks, and the second one, because the Dalek sample made 1 track, the rave stab made a second track.
Yeah.
It's not 1 track, it's 2 tracks.
Yeah, I agree.
And that breakbeat sound in the second track was also, it worked with the rave stab, it didn't work as part of the same track.
I understand 100% what you are saying. Faddy gave it an 8.5, Phil gave it an 8, Alan Corfer says Ableton lols. Honestly, you wait for my hack, you're going to love it. This is Leaf and Johnny T.
And it had sirens in it, therefore it's...
There should be sirens in everything.
Yeah, I love sirens.
This has got a lovely edge to it, Leaf. it's nice to see producers when they start out, they just kind of bang it out, and then they start exploring noises. I mean, this is lovely. This is fucking lovely.
Dark techno.
Yeah, he's just listed it as techno. It's only 3 minutes and 20 long, Leaf. That's short. Sunny Scale says reason for the win. Yeah, if it's more stable and contracts more stable for me, then I'm going to move over. But I'm not going to have to spend it out on Ableton. I'm not going to go spend it out on any doors just at the minute. The Invisible Woman is back. How's it going, my love? Be prepared for a bombardment of emojis that we can't read.
They just come up with strange symbols and squares. Yeah. Don't know what that means.
I can see them perfectly. That's a happy face. Trust me, the Invisible Woman is always happy, and all of her emojis are good. You just can't see them where you are.
Should go down well and collide.
Yes.
Birmingham crew would love this.
Johnny T, that was lovely, but Leaf and Johnny T, there's more to that track.
I was surprised because the first bit with the siren could have gone on for twice as long. Do you know what I mean? With just a little bit of variation in it. And then they changed it. And that track could be 7 minutes long easily.
Yeah, easily. There's an acid line in there somewhere as well, I fear, as well.
You always think there's an acid line in everything.
Not
You'd
like,
have an acid line in ABBA.
Yeah, I would. Not pew, 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 but sort of, just bubbly under there, It was a great track, and I'm going to give you a solid 808 on it. I love the attitude, the way it moved along. It was sinister. It was lovely, but I fear that there's more to come from you guys.
And it had motion.
Yes, lot of motion.
A real sort of thrumming motion. I loved it.
Oh, atmosphere. Yeah. It was really, really good. Really, really good. Like I say, those two are doing just amazingly well at the moment. Oh, actually, before we do this, let's just show you this, because, again, his name, who shall not be named, right?
Yes.
You know Clown Army, a bunch of piss-taking cunts?
Yeah.
On machines.
You are.
We are, yeah.
And let's face it, because we are all sort of on the same wavelength, we do tend to take it quite far.
Oh, yeah.
In the sense that, a joke, most people say, that's enough now, we'll keep going for days.
Oh, yeah, no.
I mean, I've only got one word to say to you, side trance.
Yeah, oh, yeah, weeks and weeks and weeks.
Weeks and weeks.
Right, so...
It's like, when are you going to get bored with this? It's not going to happen.
So Oliver decided to do that.
My couch.
That's actually musical, right?
Acoustic marmalade.
And then, of course, Clown Army went mental.
See? Bunch of piss-taking cunts. But you're funny.
Absolute... Oh, the groove he's got going on there.
Yeah.
Oh, man. This is great. Wait till he goes over to the VT4. Let's fuck that one. So there is a 15-minute video of 22 of this artist doing this, and here is.
See, get the young'uns involved.
It don't move.
Honestly, you have to see the BA Plushworth set for this. It's 4 hours of just this. And literally, he's shouting, Techno Christ! Techno Christ! I don't think Kieran understood the brief. Because he actually gave us an acoustic jam.
It should be completely detuned, so it just goes.
Yeah.
Then it would have been right. But yeah, but that's okay. That's okay. Kieran, nice.
And like Luke, everybody was like, "Who's the guy on the guitar? He's really, really good." I'm like, "Yeah, but you missed the brief." So let's just walk you through a few more that we've got going on. This man must have just woken up. That's Mick Nunn.
Chaos pad. Oh dear, you're all so cruel.
Oh yeah, like we honestly, we tried.
Ready?
And Sam's bending the rules on this one.
He is.
He's bending the rules. Hello, Sapphire V, my love. I shall be tapping you up for Clownfest 6 if you're interested. Yeah, Inky, 4 hours. 4 hours on his YouTube. Both videos are up. 2 videos, 2 hours each.
Yeah. Acoustic electronica.
Honestly, right? Okay, so Phil was in the lead for a while. There's a poll to acoustic jams.
I suppose I could do it on my electronic drum kit without
Yeah,
it plugged in.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Somebody did.
There we go. See, I never thought about that.
Can do the 2 hour.
And here's Sergey ripping the absolute piss. Like, if you're gonna want to franchise the URL, you better make sure that your fucking game is on point so that you can compete with this. You know, like the community, the DJs, the producers, the people that watch, the co-hosts. It's all. You can't just go, I'm gonna do a URL. Like, I wish you could. You know.
It would be nice to start a trend.
It really would. I mean, to be fair, there was loads of review shows that kind of popped up after you.
We're going to start with a very good.
Creepy motherfucker.
Yeah. Oh God.
Again, he's bending the rules. That's an actual acoustic equipment. I don't know if he should be allowed to fucking continue with this.
It needed to be an electric guitar.
Yes.
Not plugged in.
All right, who we got next? Oh, Tim. And Tim, mate, top marks for the faces. Really getting into it. So I just want to say now that Clown Army, you literally are a bunch of piss-taking bastards.
Yes.
Wouldn't change you for the world. Would not change you for the world. Everybody gets a fair crack at the whip. If you slip, we will jump because the community is more important. End of.
And at the end of the day, when any of us do something that can be ripped to shreds, it will be ripped to shreds by everybody else.
Everybody, you get your laughs where you can. You know,
Yeah,
I'm going to laugh
this
at
is it.
you, and if I thoroughly expect you to laugh at me if I fall over.
Oh, we do all the time.
Just the way it is, right? It's just the way it is. So there's John Coffey. And again, I don't think he should be allowed, because that's an acoustic instrument.
Yeah, it needs to be an electric guitar.
Acoustic. Techno.
It would seem to me that Clown Army are a creepy bunch of motherfuckers.
Yes.
I wouldn't want to take us out on a dinner date.
There's a lot of damaged goods in there.
I wouldn't want to take us on... Jen's, honestly. Wait for it. Honestly. I think Stefan Attic managed to pick out what fucking scale that was as well. Fucking
So we're a bunch of anoraks as well.
Yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Anorak piss-taking cunts. Oh. Wait for it.
Oh shit, wait.
Yes! Jason Doyle, honestly, my vote is with you and Jen on this one. That's a stroke of fucking genius.
Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah, acoustic laugh track.
Far too musical. Disqualified. Far too musical. Far too musical.
Well, yeah, but in that case, see, my my electronic drum kit would be as well, because the dead pads have got a sound. I'll have to put bits of carpet on each one.
What? No, just offbeat it. Like
Acoustic jam.
frantic.
Acoustic jam.
Frantic.
Acoustic jam. Acoustic jams on electric
This is-
instruments. Are you mad?
It gets better.
Let's go.
Again, I think he's cheating a little bit.
Where's that fucking sick to it?
Yeah. And here, an acoustic drummer. See this? Acoustic. This man has thought outside the box. An acoustic kit making no noise. Honestly.
That takes skill.
Oh, yeah. Don't forget, we're looking for a part 2 from this. So if you have an idea for acoustic techno, send it our fucking way in the URL group, please.
Acoustic jam.
Oh, I'm vibing it. I am vibing it. Acoustic jam. Yeah! My favourite. Wait for the camera at the end. Frantic. Just... Wait for the camera at the end. Dead. Just falls.
Jam.
And I don't know what to think
Acoustic jam.
about Dominic's.
It's jam.
Acoustic jam.
It's acoustic jam.
I know.
Much.
I know. Like,
10 out of 10. It's acoustic jam.
like, talk about
That's literal.
Let's talk about going for the brief and putting a twist on it.
Yeah.
Anyway, Clown Army, thank you also very, very much. If you would like to be involved in a part 2, please do. I can't show you my acoustic DJ because I don't have a record, but I'm licking the record. Acoustic DJ. Anyway, so yeah, if you think you've got a good idea for acoustic techno, please fucking do a weird ass video, send it in. There will be polls, there will be a prize given out at the end of it for the best acoustic jammer. At the moment, I'm winning that poll, so vote for other people. Jason
dear.
Doyle, when he reached over, oh shit, that's making noise. Sorry guys, got to turn that off. Honestly, genius. Dominic Hawkins with his actual acoustic jam. Please send us a video, Clown Army. You're awesome, motherfuckers. Okay, back on with the show. This is somebody we picked up literally last week, I think, week before. Le Blonde.
That was visually stunning. It was more of an art piece than a piece of music, but it did have rhythm to it. You know, people have been sort of saying, "Oh, a sit-down music event. Oh, that'd be the worst thing possible." You could actually go along, big screen, guy on stage, actually doing that sort of music, and thoroughly enjoy watching the performance because the visuals and the music, and you'd be sat down there enjoying it. It's a different sort of genre.
Oh, Linz, you've literally just scratched the head of another issue. Sit down events, come on! You jump up and sit down.
It's a
jump
different
up
thing.
and sit down. You could see it.
No, you couldn't do a sit-down event with Jump Up.
No.
You couldn't do a sit-down event with Acid Techno, but
No.
you could do a sit-down event with that.
This, yeah, this
that would be
is
a really
my
good
issue.
Yeah, it would be it's almost like an art piece.
Shoehorning a fucking seated event into a fucking jump up night is like, I just can't imagine it. Like, I want to get up and dance, you know. So that's my issue with. I can't mark this track because I was making coffees, and literally I missed the whole thing. So you're gonna have to take Lindsay's word for whatever she says on that one.
Yeah, it was good, but it was more of an art piece than a piece of dance music. But then again, we're not only covering dance music here.
Nope. Did you put a number to it?
No, but I rarely do, don't I, these days? I'd give 9.5 out of 10 for the visuals, and about a 7 for the music, simply because it
myself so many times.
Okay,
in terms of quality, it was alright.
Okay, so Catastrophe in the Lights. It was the Light's birthday yesterday. This is Battle Funk Records.
I've reinvented myself so many times.
I've reinvented myself so many times, and what you really meant is rarely read between the lines. Left to the side in a disguise, self-defined, the temperature rise. Distemper mind, self-destructive comes to mind. The wealth-destructed help I'm blind. Quick, get me a mic, time ticks, I have to recite. Give me the light, give me the knife. I tried to be polite, but didn't work quite right. Feeling hurt in this dirt, fuck my life. Stuck in strife, poltergeist, self-aligned. The health decline, I'm on the line. Just let me rhyme, give me a sign, let me sign. You get me, come with me, let's get high. Blaze the day away into the night.
It's like, guys, like, I love you. Chats relentless here. I'm like, we know. He's like, I'm off. I'm like, it happens.
Everything about the URL is relentless.
Yep.
I've reinvented myself so many times, and anything I've ever said a meaning. I've said in rhyme, what's the meaning, what's the reason? God, I'm bleeding, I can believe it, barely breathing. I've reinvented myself so many times, and anything I've ever said a meaning. I've said in rhyme, what's the meaning, what's the reason? God, I'm bleeding, I can believe it, barely breathing. Most of us are centered on what we despise, and every one of us is penetrated by vice. Battle funk, come with us, let me demonstrate a vibe. Contemplate, economize, wipe the eyes. Aim high, hit in the face with a lie, spit to strike. You're gonna taste mine, memories race by. Remember me from the other life, you know, the one where you didn't treat me right. Tryna run with an open wound in the thigh, a broken bruised Gemini. What's the use? Move aside, let me shoot and reply. I got shooters with eye, 16 bars, then you die. Sickness, scars, cyanide, and strychnine in each line. Pitch the pie, reach up high, punch the sky. Puncture the mind, but still the guy. Self-obliged, I reinvent myself so many times.
Interesting.
I missed that one, so I can't comment.
I've reinvented myself so many times, and anything I've ever said a meaning.
Inky Cat says, why aren't they signed? They are. They're signed to their own label.
God,
That is the way to do it these days. There's no need for fucking distribution outlets. Go straight to the source. Go straight to Battle Funk. Buy from Battle Funk.
What's the meaning? What's the reason? God, I'm bleeding, I can believe it, barely breathing. I've reinvented myself so many times. I've reinvented myself so many times.
So this is a real challenge.
Yeah.
Because I really dislike
myself so
this
many
type of music,
times.
but I know quality when I see it.
Yeah.
And anything I've ever said a
For
meaning.
me, I left hip hop a long time ago. Long time ago.
I've said in rhyme.
So it's nice to be having some within the URL.
And anything I've ever said a meaning.
Yeah, like Lindsay says, you recognise quality when you see it, you know.
Yeah.
And the Battle Funk always produce quality stuff. Although it looks like they made a bit of a faux pas here with the.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh, there we go.
Although the music did seem to finish a little bit before the video. But,
Yeah. Not my favourite track you've put in.
Nope.
The vocals for me were a bit urban compared to the rest of the track, which was a bit laid back.
Can I make a little comment?
Oh, of course.
Do you remember, was it Fred Durst, the lead singer of Linkin Park?
No, wasn't that?
But he has a little bit of a squeak in his voice every now and then.
Okay.
And in previous Battle Funk sort of hip hop tracks that I've heard, there's been less of that. There was a little bit more of that sort of
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it was a bit much.
Yeah, I think the vocals on that one could have been softened a tiny touch to
Softened,
fit
yeah.
with the Limp Bizkit, not Linkin Park.
That's it, Limp Bizkit. That's it. Thank you.
But yeah, I totally get where Lindsay's coming from. Like I say, the two. I mean, great stuff. You're going to get an 8, high 8 anyway.
Oh God, yeah, it's quality.
Yeah, like
Again, personal preference. I just don't
Yeah.
like that sound in the voice.
Yeah.
I didn't like Limp Bizkit because of that.
I didn't like Limp Bizkit. So yeah, another quality piece coming from Battle Funk there, and we always. I think there's some light coming up later in the show. Anyway, we've got a bit of techno now.
What a surprise! Variety.
Yeah, hip hop to techno within like seconds. Fuzzy says it's a desperation sound that suited the tune. Yeah, absolutely. I kind of feel maybe that the tune though was a little touch more laid back than the vocals required.
But again, as you say, it may be that he's actually trying to express an emotion of desperation, and therefore there was that sort of angst sound.
Need for it, yeah, absolutely.
I still don't like it. So it's perfect. It's a perfectly personal choice, you know.
I think that's the first time you've said that. I didn't like it. This is always very diplomatic. Yeah.
I'm diplomatic, but you know, at the end of the day, if I don't like something, I don't like it.
Yeah. And you know, I kind of like rap. I really do. And I would totally listen to stuff from Battle Funk and do. So
That's very bubbly.
this is H33T. New name. Not acid, it's techno.
There's definitely a hint of acid in there.
Professor Dick to Beat, you should never, ever play Limp Bizkit anywhere, anytime, ever. Just no. Roll. I was going out with a girl, and she had a 14-year-old son. He might have been 11 actually. 14. Anyway, he was my age.
It's the mad thing.
Yes. And he listened to Limp Bizkit.
Oh, I absolutely.
I know, right? And I was listening to Soundgarden one time. He's like, "Can we turn this off?" And I'm like, "Not for fucking Limp Bizkit." Roll. Do you want this? Oh, Rando of the last track said the last one did what it set out to do very well, just a mood hoover. Yeah, absolutely. There you go.
It's good rolling techno, could be a little bit more varied.
Dom wants to know what the name of the Battle Funk track was. Just give you a link over to it now, people.
God, how many facts is
Okay, you've got us, but you need to do something with us. We're definitely rolling and grooving to your tune.
It's good slamming brick techno.
Yeah.
And there is a breakdown. Let's see what happens.
Professor Dick to Beat says, "I'm sorry, I don't do it again." Good man. And if anybody ever plays Nickelback next to you, you have my full permission to punch him in the nuts. going. Probably have a piss. There's nothing wrong with it, it's just it needs to take us over. Yeah. Alan Crawford's given it 10 counts already. Have you been on the Happy Juice?
It's good. Track.
Yeah, it's a very confident track.
It's funny, there's a fine line between having too much variation, so it just sounds like a new, and having not quite enough.
Yeah, I totally agree. Because the sounds in this are lovely. Definitely getting some, some work out of the cut off of the resonance on that very agree.
And again, if this is being played and I was there, that'd be up front.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard to define what makes the track really grips you compared to the track you're enjoying it, but it's almost forgettable for the next track. I thought that is.
Alan Crawford says needs to end now, and I don't believe it's going to. So like 808 for the noises, like the track is like 7.5.
The structure's just a little bit too simple.
Rando says bounce on the ball. I don't play for parties. I don't play for festivals, man. My body just goes. And for somebody who's regular 3 times a day, that must be like storing. Literally, I can't do it. I'm like, it's like my Billy at a festival. Like, we're at a festival, boys, lockdown, lockdown. No, that's not it. Fanny says it's too chaotic for him. It sounds like he's trying to mix another track. Like whining.
That wasn't the first bit. And I like it because it's a little bit variation.
Yeah. It's a nice twisted track.
It's still an 8 because it's got some real drive
Yeah,
to it.
yeah.
And as I said, I'd be up front.
It's also a live recording.
Okay.
Wait, is this John Dix? Okay, we've got some techno coming up now.
I will not be leaving it down.
No, it piqued my interest after this, but it was getting a bit long in the tooth.
But
In conclusion, do that. Stop doing that.
in conclusion, just it either needs a hook that comes in every now and then that is memorable, or it needs more variation, slightly more complicated structure, maybe a bit more of a change between the first half and the second half after the breakdown.
Yep. Unhinged Phil says a bit long. I agree. Owen Offset says needs a build up. I'm glad you've just poked me, Owen. Give me 2 minutes. We'll play your track next. Da-da. Yeah, I think we might that one quite well enough. Let's play this before we get to Owen's track. This is Robert Squinty Bass, Stem 4. Oh, I can't do that in a minute. Mix it. Needs a nudge. That was me. Right, first off, it could do with a master. That was well low. lineup off. I will get it done soon, I promise. Damien's back this weekend, so maybe not this weekend. It's definitely got more journey in it, though. You spent a lot of time up in those like frequency ranges that were right at the top of the wave to cut off the resonance. It would have just been nice to have a little break. I'm going to give you an 8 again, mate.
Yeah, just another highly danceable track.
Yeah, highly danceable track.
But with a few things that could be improved.
Yeah, that acid line was relentless.
Yeah,
acid line was absolutely coming from me. It's so rich.
I know.
Like, don't listen to me, people. I suck. Listen to Owen. Owen doesn't suck. Needs a master, Owen.
Thundering.
Or are we going to get more of that kick? Right, what is everybody saying? Eric says CF6 should be at my house in Florida. Literally, if that could happen, I'd do it tomorrow.
We'd all turn up.
Literally. Be careful what what you wish for, mate. Clown army of bonkers.
We're here to entertain you.
Knock, knock, knock. Hi.
We hired a coach.
Mental's trip to Eric's house. You will fucking regret that.
This has got a lovely, relentless pound to it.
Yeah.
But, as you say, the kick is slightly muted. It needs to be just slightly sharper and clearer in the mix. And those higher frequencies are quite lost, quite in the distance. But only slightly. I mean, it's lovely pound.
I think we got a slightly bigger kick to that. I get what you're saying about the other things just in the background. Almost like fog on the floor. Creaking fog on the floor. Darren Cole says, sounding sexy. The man would know. He writes some sexy tracks himself. You have to turn that down a little bit, people. Sorry.
That's nice. Bringing in a snare sound.
Owen has
I'm digging this.
Well, he has that wonderful way of doing predictably good techno, and you know, like it's very predictable. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
No,
it's
it needs to be.
yeah,
That's
it's
the whole point.
structured in the right
Yeah.
way. You know, a lot of people would see that as some sort of insult. It's not.
Nice use of the stereo field on the delay or reverb.
It's a lovely sound. I imagine Owen spends like time creating his patches.
Yeah.
I'm like, meh, 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 that one to do. Turn the cut off. Kitty Cat, nice, twisted like a story, it's alive. And that's what Owen does really, really well. You know, again, someone who music wants to flow through. Phil says the kick needs a bit more punch.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's just a bit muted. It just needs to have a slight greater, what's the word, attack. Here we go.
Do you know what it needs? Shove the filter back. You fell for that when you opened the door. You opened the door and you went, Klein, say it, say it. I'm like, okay, I will. Now you've gone into some sort of 80s-esque techno.
Yeah, but it's lush.
It's almost synthwavy.
Synthwave techno, I don't mind that.
Ah! Shit.
Now we get a slightly more attacky kick. I love that rumble in the background.
Oh, track's gorgeous. It's orchestral. What's the fucking word?
Anthemic.
Made my hair stand up. That's the surprise, people. That's the surprise.
Oh, yeah, that was a genius move.
That, yeah. And what I like about Owen is he waited the whole track to gave us that.
Yep.
You know? It's a touch minimal, but again, it was used to
Imagine this on a big rig.
Oh yeah.
And it wouldn't be minimal at all. You'd feel it.
Well, no, it had to be minimal so that stuck out.
Yeah.
You know? If the whole track was crazy as fuck, you wouldn't have even noticed that was doing anything. Shall
That was really good.
we give it a 9?
I think we'd have to. I mean, I'm not even
track, Owen. Moody track.
Whoa,
Lovely little
yeah.
twist at the end there.
So dark.
Yeah.
Dark and twisted. Just how we like it.
I don't know if this is going to mess things up if I do that. I hope not. Tony Duncan, ladies and gentlemen, false flag. You were just listening to Owen Offset all the way from Malta. That man writes some amazing music. Amazing music. Unfortunately, or fortunately, whichever way you want to say it. Fortunately for us, it's a private track. Unfortunately for you, it's a private track. It means we're getting exclusives, but it also means you cannot go and listen to that again. Yeah, I know.
We just have to listen to it with us garbling over the background, you know, by listening. Yeah.
However, I know for a fact that Owen Offset does have loads of stuff all over the internet. So if you like that, go and listen to something else. Give him a pound for his sound. Right, into a slice of different. Man, your levels are all over the place there, my man. The left and the right is bouncing on the motherfucker.
Yep. Oh god, I'm beginning to ache.
15 minutes away from a 3-hour show, Lens.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Need a comfy couch.
I know. I'm working on it.
Wouldn't fit with the rig.
Even if it's just like one of those tiny little shitty IKEA 2-seater chocolates, you can just kind of shove it off.
I don't know what to suggest, really.
It needs to become more comfortable than this, that's for sure.
Well, yeah.
Especially when the show is involved in 3 hours at least 8.
And they always do now.
The only other way I can sort that is on a third URL a week. That's the second URL a week.
Yeah.
Hey, if someone wants to give me a radio studio, I would literally do this for 8 hours.
I know you would, yeah.
It needs to be a smoking studio, though. Yeah. That is not hermetically sealed, ideally, as well, with some sort of extract.
And soundproofing so we can actually listen to the music and everything.
Yeah, you might have to have
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Wiggly, no, we have told the Invisible Woman this, that unfortunately her and us in the studio are possibly the only people that can see them. But they keep coming.
Just consider it entertaining.
Yeah.
You know?
Honestly, the first day she popped up, somebody thought she was trolling. It's like, no, we can see the emojis here, and it wasn't until I looked on the phone, I'm like, oh, right.
Yeah.
Another reason to hate Twitch. Because honestly, the one we got there is an oh yes, let's go, repeat, and an acid smiley. So like, the Invisible Woman is backing us 110%.
Yeah, that's it. It's just that she talks in a language that most of us can't understand.
Yeah, it literally is Marsish.
Yeah.
Martian.
This is beautiful.
Don't forget,
I know. If this was being played at the after party, okay, by this time I'd probably be on a massive come down, so I'd be sitting and enjoying every minute of it.
there's something to be said for a good cry.
Yeah, all the feels.
Yeah,
all the feels.
those of you that don't have a good cry, you do not know what you're missing, honestly. For no reason, just fall.
Yeah, that's it. Let it all out.
Please. No. Come on. I'm talking to... I'll stop now, yeah.
I gotta get one of those inflatable hammers.
Do it. Every time you say something stupid, Sherman felt bang.
URL is a bit like being at an after party.
Yeah.
Do you know, we sit here, we chat bullshit, we listen to nice music. It's like...
I can't wait for a time when I can have 25 microphones and somebody at the desk muting each person so that, you know, it's not just gibberish all night. And we just go around talking to people, you know? Maybe not whilst the tracks are on, obviously. Tony, I'm really sorry we chatted all the way through that.
But it was beautiful.
Yeah. And that is testament to the fact of how the tune is. If we're happy and we're chatting and we're talking, it means that he's created a vibe and energy that makes us feel happy. And, you know, even though it was quite a somber track. Dude, 9/10 for skills.
Emotional, evocative,
Yeah.
beautiful,
Yeah.
really nice.
What Lynn said. Okay, so we had next. Actually, let me just see how many more
High
tracks.
five.
1, 2,
High five.
Oh,
High
okay.
five.
Okay, let's end with Sam Fett. 4 tracks. Yeah, 22 people make a wish.
What?
Make a wish. Okay, we're into the ridiculously slow somber hour of the URL. We have a Matt Dobbs coming up, and then we have some sort of punk, techno, country and western thing. And then we have Faddy, who usually doesn't give us many drums. So let's dive in with the light. Honestly, that dog. It's excitement.
I've been stroking you. You should be calm.
I tend to find just a hand on his back. Instantly, we're absolved from marking this because it's only 2:29 long.
I could jet
I
off
know,
in a
still over 2 minutes. So we
into
still
space.
Stop honking, dog.
I can't take another day looking at your face. And if I really wanted to, I could make a joke and a mockery of you. So I sit tight if I were you. I would travel land for miles and miles and never be impressed by one of your smiles. So I sit tight if I were you.
This is sweet.
And if I really wanted
It
to,
surprises me from that because
I could make a joke and a mockery of you.
AIDS.
So I sit tight if I were you.
It reminds me of so much, but yet it sounds so original. Looks like an advert for fucking housing insurance.
They said I couldn't do happy.
Yeah,
You can.
so I sit tight if I were you.
Apparently, Faddy, who said, oh, Daltex says he wants to see more of 303. Apparently, Darren Cole has been remixing a lot of Matt Dobbs' work, so you may see some 303s. Yeah, Matt, make happy stuff, man. This is lovely.
It is.
I could jet
Music,
off in a
it's really good
spaceship
music.
into space.
Oh, over too quick now, mate. Over too quick, honestly. Like,
Wow.
I don't really
What
want to.
can I say? That was a really nice track.
Yeah, I don't want to give it a
Just-
9, but you have to, right? Yeah, no, we'll get fucked for copyrights. Fuck off. Woo.
Yeah, that was sweet as anything and quite
Yep.
uplifting.
Yeah, nice for Matt Dobbs. Seeing as though I think the first track that we got in from Matt Dobbs was "My Girlfriend Has Full-Blown AIDS," put in by Darren Cole, and I believe it was about 7 months ago. Some probably even longer than that now. Probably way longer
Okay.
than that now. Yeah.
So a cheery track then.
Full-blown AIDS. Honestly, yeah, Matt, great track, man. Please put some more of
Yeah, that was
in.
lush.
Yeah, make them longer, though. I knew you were taking the piss. Stop it. Take yourself seriously.
It's lovely.
It really was. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for an even bigger slice of weird?
It made me feel all summery and,
And lovely and beautiful.
you know, a picnic in the park music.
Had nothing to do with AIDS.
Falling further away. Grab a suitcase, catch the next train. I walk till my feet bleed. Queen is taking everything, slowly fading away.
This guy fully expects us to not like this.
This is amazing.
Come and take me away, away, away. Come and take me away. I've been feeling left behind, slowly biding my time. No surprises, Phoenix rises. You can't turn back the time.
Yeah, Serge, I didn't want to say that, but it has got very of that band. It does sound a little like that. You don't need to read that word. Nobody needs to actually see that word. In fact, can I delete it?
Come and take me away, away,
Yes and no. The major chord resolution at the end of the first line where he says "come and take me away" lifts it into a much happier. Do you know what I mean? It's melancholy and then it rises, which is not like them at all. The ones who've sort of been
Yes, no, it's not. Nobody should mention their name. Anybody who mentions their name should struggle because it's Spanish fire. Yes, Chris, that's what we're just. He says it sounds a bit stickleback. Nothing wrong with that though. What? Like you just went from like cool 10 to like cool minus 100. You can't like stickleback. You calm down yet, doggo? Stop honking like a swan. It's done really well. I can't fault it. I can't fault it.
I'm entranced.
I walk till my feet bleed. Queen is taking everything.
The whole aim of the URL is to introduce you to people that you may not know. Here you go.
Long for the next slide. Come and take me away.
That one, see? If it dropped,
Instead of going up.
it would be very stickleback, but it doesn't. It suddenly goes on a slightly higher note. It's like a melancholy little bit of hope at the end of that line that lifts the whole track.
I am going to drop a comment here.
I really rate that.
Yeah.
That was pure quality.
Like that.
My incredibly straight brother would like that.
And here we go again with this. It's very accessible. It's a sound that people really like. It's kind of middle of the road again. Like he's not aiming for Kurt Cobain heroin in the fucking, you know.
No.
That he's aiming for. I want my safe market, I guess it is.
Yeah.
Safe market, like almost dad rocky. There's nothing wrong with it, man. The track was really fucking good. It's a tiny touch on the commercial side for me to go. Do you know what?
But
I
that's
might
only
buy
because
that.
we're subterranean. We're so underground.
We literally
I mean?
are. We're
There's
under
nothing
the
wrong with
sewers.
commercial.
No, there's nothing wrong with commercial. We just grew up in a place where there were three parties all over the fucking show.
Yeah.
You know, and techno everywhere.
And we ended up with a sort of inverted snobbery that made us think that we were better than everybody else because we went to these secret places and did bad things.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, but
doesn't
and,
matter.
you know, when we were young and stupid, we sneered at the commercial side, but
Yeah.
we now understand
There is a place
how
for
necessary
it.
it
Yeah,
is.
there's a place for
Because
it.
if it wasn't for that, we'd have nothing to feel superior about.
Come back next week. Okay, so Faddy or Fady, I don't know how we're saying it. Again, like. Oh, I had something and then it went.
Salmon thoughts, you know, that slippery fish thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens all the time. It's a sign of
Soak in the
age. Sign of
shower.
age, mate. Sign of age.
I know. Dementia's coming early to this one, you fucking best believe.
Oh, I remember when I was young. No, I don't, because I've got dementia now.
I'm gonna be
I don't remember. and grouchy, no, ranty.
Ah, yeah. It doesn't take much to put the clown on a high horse or a little soapbox.
This is it. Once you get going, God, you just can't stop.
I wish I'd filmed myself when I was at Super Booth talking to the fucking core guy. But you've got the tech to do it, mate! I'm just a marketing guy, sir. Yeah, literally, 30 minutes.
Security?
Yeah, thankfully not.
What does this remind me of? Oh, God. Oh, dear. Is there a little bit of a transient coming in there? Little that one.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's intentional.
Yeah, for Fatty it will be.
Okay. Another evocative and emotional track. God, it reminds me of something, but I can't think what they're called.
Boards of Canada?
Could be.
Diet Defunct says, very sweet, love this one. Atmosphere, build up, uplifting.
Yeah.
Honestly, Fatty's tracks are awesome. They really, really are. It might not be Electro Country Alabama 3, says Jimmy. Wow.
I find it more melancholy than uplifting.
Yeah.
But still, it evokes emotion.
Yeah. Yes, Darren, he really, really does. Fatty has a style completely all his own.
Tempo went a bit weird then, but I don't think it was actually a change in tempo. I think it was the
Beats within.
yeah, the actual drum beat was going along at a steady rate, and then the melodic line changed its position within the structure, if you know what I mean. It just threw me for a second.
Professor Victor Beat says, floaty, the bass is slightly overpowering the rest, but the composition sounds right.
Bass doesn't sound overpowering here.
But that might be because I've got it turned down a touch.
Yeah.
Callum says, emotional stuff.
Yeah. It's got a tune. He's playing notes.
Yeah, this man knows scales and shit, I guarantee you. He probably even knows a bit of music theory.
That was lovely.
That was lovely. Like I say, honestly, you put just beautifully composed tracks in it. Beautifully composed
And
tracks.
I think you've hit the word there. Composed.
Yeah. Well, honestly, like, you know, there are several sort of classifications. There's like songs and tracks, you know, then they're different things. You know, that's a composition, you know, almost harking back to some sort of classical style of, you know.
It took you on a musical journey.
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of the techno tracks that we like take you on a rhythmic journey.
Yes.
And it's a relatively simple journey.
Yeah.
And it doesn't go very far, and then it comes back again.
Yeah.
You know.
And then and it just I like it.
And we've done that route many times.
Oh, I
we
think
never get tired of it.
Oh, I might do that route again someday soon. I think I'm bloody hoping so. Anyway, fucking lockdown bollocks. Right, where are we within 28, 27, 28, 29? Okay, so we can actually end with Cheeky Boy. Oh no, hold on. Right, you listen to Sam Fett for a couple of seconds. Pretty sure. There we go. Blend that. Because that's what we do here.
Is that all coming out of one speaker?
No, two.
God, I can barely hear it out of that one. It's just all.
Yeah. Just that one.
Yeah.
Just that one. I find that one's got a lot more bass and that's got a lot of top
Okay.
end in it. Yeah?
Yeah. No, you're right. It's on both sides.
Sound Fett, ladies and gentlemen. I'll try that again. Sam Fett, ladies and gentlemen, from the Southwest Network crew.
It's lovely. There's been an awful lot of lovely tracks tonight.
Yeah, the lovely episode.
Yeah, but there's also been a lot of techno.
Yeah.
Good night.
Yeah. There's had enough techno in there, so I didn't get disappointed that there was not enough.
Do you know what we were missing?
Show me fill bank.
No, drum and bass. There was no drum and bass tonight.
What's this? It's kind of close, isn't it?
No, this is funky.
What does he put it as? R&B soul. Right, okay. We need a sock puppet. Honestly, anybody want to become the sock puppet, the URL sock puppet? This idea was banded around long time ago and nobody took up the challenge. Who wants to be the sock puppet on the URL? Honestly, you get a mic and everything. I'll probably feed you and you can sleep on the sofa. I wouldn't say this was R&B soul.
It needs somebody going.
What you were going to say?
Over the top of it, almost. You know what I mean? It's lovely.
It's too short, Sam.
Yeah, we need more of that.
Oh, is that 2:16 long? No, 2:36.
36 seconds longer than we.
Yeah.
See, people are just winding us up now.
Aren't they? Do you remember when the rule was 3 minutes? You had to have the 3 minutes song, and that was the end of that.
But it's now a 2-minute song, and we don't want it longer than 7.
Yeah. It's just making space for everybody else.
That was lovely.
That was beautiful, Sam. You make some absolutely lovely stuff, and then you know you do some amazing acoustic jams as well. Wah, 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 ah, wah. Love it. I believe you've got a video in for part 2 as well. So yeah, if you guys out there fancy doing an acoustic jam, please do. Right. Then we're at the end.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. I should have given you a cushion. I'm really sorry about that. All right, we are at the end. We've got one track left.
Oozy up your ass. Okay, I imagine this one's not going to be a sort of mellow, evocative, sort of midnight on the beach type thing with a blazing fire and.
Wait. I am wrong. I promised Armando that I would.
Oh, so we're going to.
He wants. Apparently, this is going out on a label soon, and he wants some feedback on this. Okay. So just before we hit, what's his name's track? Mando, are you still in the chat, mate? Professor Dick to Beat, DJ Lil Skills featuring Dinah Mars, Break It Down, Professor Dick to Beat mix, and he what? Dance EDM. Oh, Cardinal Sin. Ah, it goes Dance EDM and Psytrance. Anyway, Professor Dick in the Beat with a remix. Yes, he is in the beat.
Okay, now let's talk about it. I know it's been a little quiet about these things. Hoping no more.
Can't you have called it 80s retro or something? Crystal clear track, mate. Surprises me because your jams are always so goddamn muddy. I joke.
Now just shake your body
yeah, take this EDM pitch off it and call this 80s retro. This is lush. Yeah. Armando says it's very commercial. Yes. Yeah, wrong word. Lush.
It's accessible.
Yeah.
It's accessible.
Very accessible.
Yeah. I mean, the problem is that commercial just means lots of people will like it, and if we were back in the 1980s, people would have paid decent money for it.
Yeah,
unfortunately, we're in the 2020s, and that doesn't happen anymore. No. So commercial perhaps is the wrong word, and just accessible to the masses. And there ain't nothing wrong with that.
It's better to be a Nickelback all day long.
Quite a lot of music that you could play on a beach.
Yeah, tonight.
But actually, there's been quite a lot of everything except for drum and bass or psytrance. There was no drum and bass. There was no psytrance. What's the matter with you people?
Beautiful. 3 hours, 7 minutes, 28 seconds. No psytrance.
I'm disappointed.
I'm smiling my ass off.
God, this is good.
Oh, Fuzzy, I'd love to do a remix of this remix. I don't know if I can though, because this is getting released. Oh, Morgan, there was a hint of psytrance in your track. It wasn't like you were bashing us over the head with the psytrance dildo. Benjamin's giving this a fine 9.
It's beautifully crafted. Every single element is clear as anything.
Yeah. Oh, you meant Professor remix it. Well, that's disappointing. Unhinged Filth has just confirmed that there is no psytrance in his track.
I figured that would be the case.
But yeah, take away that pish fucking EDM nonsense tracking for that, because that is not EDM, mate. That is fucking quality 80s retro, whatever the hell you call that.
Accessible.
Yeah, oh, it's just lovely. The vocals work really, really well.
Yeah.
Your stuff is ultra clear all the time, mate. It literally is ultra clear. Even your live stuff is ultra clear. And funnily enough, it is Clownfest's birthday on Friday. So on Thursday,
Really?
I am going to be doing. Yes, really, it's a
year?
year old on Thursday. Yeah, I know, right? A year old on Thursday, ladies and gentlemen.
How time flies.
Start that again. Yeah, right. Stop it. Thank you. I'm just going to, that's the date of Clownfest's birthday. So next week, this week, on Thursday, not Friday because Amy's down and I didn't see her last weekend. So you can guess what's going to happen there. I'm going to do a special on Clownfest on Thursday, just a recap of everything that's happened over the past year.
Wow.
Five parties in a year. That's
all during lockdown.
All during lockdown.
See, nothing stops the clown crew.
If it wasn't for lockdown, there would be no Clownfest. Which
accentuate the positive.
In my books, that's insane. Like I would never have had the idea. Jim Prendergrass had sort of the same sort of idea around about the same time as me, and we both pushed Clownfest.
You've got a quad?
Yeah, I've had one for a while.
I didn't know you had a quad.
Yeah, I've had it for a while.
I like my quad.
Mine sits in a box mostly though. So yeah, on Thursday I will do a little special, just recapping. I want to show the improvements that people have made.
Mm-hmm.
Professor Dick DeBeat is one of those. He actually streamed his first ever live stream at Clownfest 1. Yeah, so we will be taking a look at everything that has gone on over the past year, and I will be thanking everybody that's been involved in it. Linz, you were there. You co-hosted one of them.
I think it was number 2. I co-hosted on one day.
Yes, you did. First day, I believe. So yeah,
8 hours. God, my ass was sore at the end of that.
6 days.
But we managed it. I know. You're insane.
6 days coming up. 6 days.
You're insane.
Woo! And should we do a 7-day over Christmas? That'll really piss my girlfriend off. But we've got to keep 7 Clownfest Day, and it has to be, right? That's the way it is. Until we get up to Clownfest 14, I'm like, I'm not doing this for fucking 2 weeks, so you can fuck off.
The way you got to look at it is eventually it's going to get to the point where, you'll be having live Clownfests. And then you don't have to run it over lots of days because you have separate stages. Yeah. So you could sort of have a 6-day event in 2 days by having 3 stages.
Yeah. And then, that is kind of the idea, is stream the whole thing, get people there, 500 people, 3 stages for the first one. That should be enough, I reckon. I don't think
you need a main stage,
and 2
you need a
stages.
Sort of, a chill out stage, and a, other stage, where you just want something different. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. A bit of sort of, country and western, for example.
Yeah, I'm all up for a bit of country and western. I really, really am.
Spit and sawdust type.
Yeah, absolutely. Get the Wurzels involved.
Yeah, anything.
Music is music, right?
Yeah.
And it's all about setting. And usually within a festival setting, you can get away with a bunch more, right?
Yeah. And at the end of the day, if people don't like it in that stage, they go to another stage. Yeah. And that's the whole point of it all. Yeah. And then those 2 stages are nice and small, which means they're sort of intimate.
Yes.
And then you've got the bigger stage.
Yeah,
And
and
it means
I
you'd
want,
have
I
it's
want
not so difficult
seats
to manage
everywhere
them.
as well. There's nothing worse than going to a fucking festival and you have to stand up for like 3 days solid. It's like, just want to sit down and listen to it. Like, I hate
Really
seated
good idea.
events, but
Really good idea. What you do is the week before, you just basically go to all the house clearance people around. And you say, right, all the sofas that you get, just bring them to this site, and we'll dispose of them afterwards.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then you just got crappy sofas. Still, people have got somewhere to sit down.
yeah.
They did it at where did I go to? Was it Noisily? I can't remember. They did it at a festival there.
Okay.
And they were really ratty sofas. But when
Doesn't
you're wasted, do you know what I mean? It doesn't even matter if it's got no cushions. You just flop on them.
Yeah. And you can spill your drink and no one gives a shit.
And nobody
you know?
gives a shit. And at the end of it, they all get put into a skip, taken away, and you have to pay to get rid of them. And that's fine because it don't cost that much.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of. I'm calling this one Shout Out 9 now. Shout Out 8 only lasted 1 week because I was on a ban and I couldn't get all the tracks that we wanted. And now we've got nearly 60 in this thread, so it's going to have to split over two. This really fucks with my OCD, you cunts. Right? It's really does. I was like, I'll cap it at 30. No, I won't. Because I've already written on my calendar that next week is Shout Out 9. So this is going to bug me for the next 2 weeks because it's on my fucking calendar. And then what I was doing, it was like, oh yeah, it's just the first week and the second week is always the Shout Out. Now it's not. Oh, I started it again.
Go on. Just sort it out.
Where's this coming from?
It's playing. But something's playing on that. Oh no.
No.
It's not playing. Where is this coming from? Oh, that's really weird. Okay. That was kind of strange.
Oh, we were doing so well, Linz. We were slick up till that point.
I know. That's it. The professionalism goes out the window.
Really does. Once again, ladies and germs, thank you very much for joining us this evening. Myself and the lovely Lindsay Mumford.
It's been fun.
It has been fun. All right, here we go. Last track.
Yep. Time for your ears to bleed.
Yes. Strap in. This is going to go boom. The Dope Man! Yeah! All that needs to get turned up. Your tracks are schizophrenic. Yeah. Get off. One more of that NWA sample, please. And now she's sick. If you happen to die, putting in your follow a 38 slug. You shouldn't have filtered that and you should have just left it as it was, but I'm a big fan of the original track. Someone tell me the name of the track. And Unhinged Filth, if you've got the acapella of this, please send it my way.
This is a bit more coherent than the last one I heard.
Oh god damn it, I've got to sugarcoat something for this. I really don't like core. It's basically why I heard them.
The one last week, it just
Yeah.
Just when you think, oh yeah, dum dum dum.
No. Yeah.
This one, it's.
Unhinged Filth, if you have the acapella to that, please send it my way. I will give you gold bullion for it.
Don't make promises you can't fulfill.
I didn't tell you how much.
Whapper of it. A bit goldy.
My phone's got some gold in it. Oh Jesus Christ. Professor Dick says, this kind of music always reminds me of a song we heard process sample. Sell crack to my sister and now she's sick. And if she happened to die because of your drug, I'm pulling in you full of a 38 slug. Well, I'm the dope man, yeah, boy, I wear corduroy. Money up to here, but unemployed. You keep smoking that rock and my pocket's getting bigger. Yo, got that 5-0? Anyway, I love that tune. NWA, if you didn't know, ladies and gentlemen. Dope man, you think you're slick? Oh, mate, please send me that acapella. Please. 10 for the vocals. Go on, let's.
I don't mark call. Because you know I just don't like it. And I don't even get it. So it's just really hard for me to make any comment about it.
I loved that. That was awesome. Thank you so much, Unhinged Filth, for putting your Unhinged Filth into the show. And yeah, I really, really want that a cappella. Yeah, well, we've come to the end. I want to thank my guest very, very much, Lindsay Mumford. It is so nice to have some conversation to bounce off of in the studio. I know it does.
Yeah, it's been a laugh.
I know it does mean I missed the comments a little bit, but I am keeping my eye on them as well.
And it does mean sometimes that we chat over the track when perhaps we should be listening to it. But that's the URL, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a house party, right?
Yeah.
I can't wait until there's 25 of us sat around a room and we've all got a mic and we can all have a little chat about this, you know. And I can be in control of who talks next. Anyway, it has been fun this evening. It has been loads of fun this evening, and I think that is in part due to Lindsay Mumford being in the building. No, definitely. But again, without the producers, we have no show because it's just me and Linz in my studio.
And as always, the music has been massively good quality again.
Oh, it's been the lovely night.
It has.
Even Matt Dobbs put a lovely track in. Honestly, the world is upside down, I tell you. So yes, without the co-hosts, without the producers, without the people that watch and the people that comment, we have no show. It's a triangle. Isn't that some sort of fire thing? We need oxygen and thingy and whatever.
And microchip technology.
To work. Yeah. I'll run with this. Right, we are off. We're going to go and put the world to rights for about the next half hour.
Yeah, and I'm going to walk for a bit and let my poor sore ass breathe.
Yeah. If somebody wants to donate a studio space with a nice comfortable sofa, well, I'll do this for 4 hours a night. I will.
And a team of people to actually manage it and operate all the sort of gubbins. And lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, and a sponsorship deal and a salary.
Yeah. Oh, let's not push it. I'll take a sponsorship deal. I'll just take some clothes from Lidl. That's all I want. Pot noodles, or some clothes from Lidl.
Lots and lots of pot noodles.
Happy. I'm not aiming for the Nikes, the heel figures, because let's face it, I wear 3-month-old pants that have been washed twice. So, you know, do they really want a demented clown promoting them? Probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Somebody wants us.
Somebody somewhere does want us for content on their show. I guarantee it. They just haven't fucking seen us yet. Right, again,
hello, dog.
Thank you all for joining us this evening. We are going to leave you tonight with a track that is out on Dirty as Funk Records. It is me tracking the beast, the first track I ever tracked. The War Minstrel has polished and tarted it to within an inch of its life, and it now sounds like this. Right, we will see you next week. Have a dog.
Good night, all.